Right to the end. Oh man, I'll try to recap as quickly as we can. It's been tentative, to say the least, so far at Sebring. I think everyone's goal is just to try to make it to the night, and most people have been doing a pretty good job at that. One who's been doing the best job at that has been the Porsches. 1 and 2 up in front, the 7 car leading with the 6 car in second, and they are by far the best cars in the field right now, just blitzing everyone by 2 seconds a lap at one point. They are completely and comfortably in the lead. Lauren Heinrich leading by 5 seconds over Lauren Thanfor in the 6 car, and they are another 5 seconds ahead of Renger van der Zande in the 93. Remember, he span and had a bit of an issue right at the beginning of this race, but guess what? He's luckily back up in the top three and looking to try to take the fight to the Porsches, but I gotta be honest, it's looking to be
I'm here.
very difficult. A lot is gonna have to happen in order for these cars to get up and after the Porsches. As of right now in LMP2, it's still pretty comfortable for the AO machinery with the 99 car still comfortably in the lead. I'm not sure what has happened to our United car. That was a big one in the fight. But another big thing that happened is the Vassar Sullivan Lexus
Yeah.
in GTD Pro going for a stop and lost a wheel. It was a really big moment, and that was the last full course safety or 4 course yellow that we had. And once that came through, we've been having green flag racing pretty much until the last 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 18 seconds remaining in this race. So that's from, if I missed anything, let me know, Jonah. But I think that's a pretty good catch up as of right now. The 23 car also having some issues. The Valkyrie
Yep.
having a little bit of mechanical woes. Anything else I'm missing, Jonah?
I don't think so. We caught up on pretty much everything. Did you mention the 25 BMW?
No, I did
Yes.
not. What happened to the Mr. 25?
So that car had an issue when it was tagged by the 70 Inception Ferrari. It happened actually just after we got off air. So viewers, if you missed that, the 25 BMW, one of the 2 cars in GTP to have major issues. It's down multiple laps. So the 25 out of contention now. It's pretty much out of it. And the Valkyrie as well had some issues as well. I think reliability. I'm not really sure exactly what happened with the Valkyrie, but yeah, it's down the order. I had a little bit of a tech issue on my end just a moment ago at the start. I guess some of you couldn't hear me, but I'm back. No problem. Everything's all good. Viewers, to the left-hand side of your screen, I have put up a little graphic to show you who was leading this race at the halfway mark. So Porsche have been leading pretty much since we got off the air, Nick, and it's been a pretty dominant performance by Porsche Penske Motorsport, I have to say. To be honest, heading into this race, I was a little bit optimistic over Porsche's chances because of the BOP. However, you can't count out Porsche. I mean, they've been so consistent. They have been... I'm blown away by the pace, specifically the pace from Lauren Heinrich in the 7 car. He has been absolutely flying. He's built up a 3.7 gap to his teammate, while Vantor in the 6 is 17, or sorry, Heinrich to Pelot in the 93 is almost 18 seconds. That's the gap, and that's on genuine pace. So clearly the Porsches have an advantage here. And to me, the question heading into these final couple of hours, I think we have 3 or so hours to go of this event. The question I have for you, Nick, and the question I have for everybody listening right now, and I think this is also the question that everybody's asking, is can anyone beat Porsche? Can anyone beat them? And the thing is, viewers, if you thought that Porsche was competitive right now, we're hearing from the commentators throughout these last couple of hours that Porsche is going to get even faster, because the thing is that it's been proven, not based on BOP or anything like that, but the 963s thrive in the night. They are so quick in the nighttime conditions. And so we expect these 963s to get even faster. One of the key details, I think, Nick, that we should point out as well, that actually just happened a couple of minutes ago, as we actually see one of the Porsches coming in. You can see it in the backhand side of my screen as well. That's the 7 car as well as the 6. But one of the key details that happened was that the 31 Whelan crew went for an alternate strategy. They tried to pit at an earlier stage, put on fresh rubber, and try and chase after the Porsches. But critically, Bamber, at the time, was not able to get past the Porsches. And that unfortunately ruined the 31 strategy. So it's now it's below the 93 Acura, which is now into third.
No, 100%. And also, we've just been seeing all the pit stops from the guys. This is, I think, I got to be honest, from what I've seen, this might be the first green flag stop that we've seen with a driver swap for pretty much everyone else. Lauren Heinrich getting out of the car, Lawrence Van Thor getting out of the car as well. So we'll see who's coming in. It's either going to be Escher or Matt Campbell. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure if they're going to be using their full lineup at all, but as of right now, let's see their total pit stop times. The 7 car, a full second faster than the 6 car, 76.2 compared to 77.1, which is pretty interesting. But you can see right now just how comfortably ahead they are in their stint with 100% battery, and 2 cars right behind in third and fourth with 50% battery. You can see just how different. It's Anwar in the 7 car, and it's Lawrence Van Thor staying in the 6 car as of right now. So we'll have to wait and see how long it'll take for these guys to get into the rhythm of these setups. But if there's one thing that we've seen from this race, the Porsches are insane on the first part of the stints. They're able to just light up the tires so much better than the Cadillacs, the Acuras, and the BMWs. Just so consistent at the beginning of the stint. The only car that I think that may have a challenge with it on the restarts was the Acura, because we did see at the very beginning of the race during some of the restarts that Acura was very racy and it was able to pass the Porsche in a few instances. So, you asked the question earlier about if there's one car that could beat it, what would it be? I don't think it's going to be a Cadillac. I think it's that 93 Acura. Just like I kind of predicted originally in Daytona, but didn't end up going away. I think that car, if it somehow comes down to a last 10-minute yellow safety car restart, I think that is the one car that might have a chance to really go after them. I think that's been the only car that's really shown that, hey, it's got a lot of pace, and for it to go from the back of the field back up to third is just incredible. So an incredible job from the 93 crew for getting that car back up into, it's not third on track, it's 6th on track right now, but third overall. And I'm so sorry, you were probably seeing this. This is like the 8th time they've showed this replay between the Cadillac and the Acura, because literally nothing else has happened so far this race in the last, I would say half an hour. But the thing is someone mentioned just right now in the comments about an undercut.
Yeah, and, I noticed that.
That's going to be hard, especially with the pace deficit that they have right now. You got to have the most perfect of perfect strategies for that to happen. And I just don't see that happening with Porsche being as good as they are right now. And I just don't see, it's not, I mean, hey, I might get proven wrong in the next 3 hours, because we're at 2 hours, 58 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this race. You never know, but I just don't see the chaos really coming in here at Sebring. I don't.
Well, the fascinating thing is that the 93 has actually closed the gap a little bit on the 6. So the 93 is going very well right now. I don't know what this race is going to bring. We're dipping into now the 3-hour mark, so 2 hours and 58 minutes to go of this 12-hour endurance race. Again, we are going to the end, viewers. But yes, the undercut strategy, could it work? I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. And I think, like you said, Nick, I mean, those Porsches are just so quick. I don't know what's gonna take for those Porsches to be beaten. But to be honest, as a Porsche fan, by the way, I want to see somebody challenge them. Whether it's Acura, whether it's BMW, whether it's Cadillac. Who knows? I want to see somebody battle them. Last year, in 2025, we had a similar situation. Porsche won 2, and they were up front. The car that challenged those Porsches at the end was this very car that IMSA is focusing on, the 93 Meyer-Shank Racing Acura. Again, that 93 is in provisionally P3. It's currently P6 because of strategies, but I don't know. With Alex Palou behind the wheel, I think you might be right, Nick, that this car could be the entry to take the fight to those Porsches, if anything. It seems as though right now that the 6 has been trailing the 7 on pace right now. So, if anything, the 93 needs to get ahead of the 6, and then we can bring on this epic fight. The thing is, though, is that last year we didn't have too much chaos in the night, but in past Sebring events, oh my goodness, what a crazy like what a crazy period the night is. You know, we haven't even reached that point yet, and who knows what's going to happen. If we
GTD
have
Pros in the pits.
Oh, you're right.
All the top 4 in the pits. Feather, Picarello, Verhagen, and Garcia.
Yep.
All entering into the pits. And look at that. Verhagen and Garcia looking to get into a fight, the BMW and the Corvette battle that we've been waiting for all day.
I know.
Looks like it could be happening pretty soon, so I'm pretty excited for that. I am curious, because of the pace of the BMW, if that's the car that could challenge the Porsches, because, again, just like at GTP, in GT3s, the Porsches are just so good here. And, you know, from base common knowledge, you would expect that a front-engine car would be dominant here, because you want stability, you want something. But I guess with the bumps and with the way you get the mid-corner grip with a mid-engine car, it's probably, yeah, like, it goes against my original logic. The mid-engine cars are probably better here.
They are. I mean, it's definitely, right now it's working. I know they've showed this replay so many times.
Like a 9th time. Like, come on, you guys. Like, stop milking it. Dude, I'm sorry. Can I rant quickly? I like, IMSA, if you're watching this, I love you so much. Get some new production crew, please. Oh man, I've been really frustrated with this production.
At least this
race.
part.
We thought, yeah, at least in this part. We thought for one moment the 6 Porsche died because of the Mustang, and we didn't see it because IMSA just didn't turn it. But, oh man. I mean, IMSA, I love you guys so much. It all means the best. It's just constructive criticism at the end of the day. But that's all it is. So, I will say, though, apart from that, the commentary has been really, really solid. There's been some really funny moments and everything, so it's been really great. And we thank you, IMSA, for allowing us the opportunity. So I won't say, I will keep my constructive criticism to an absolute bare minimum because I love you guys so much and I don't want to get in any trouble. Anyways, 2 hours, 54 minutes, and 50 seconds remaining. They're showing up the LMP2 battle right now, and the 2 car.
Yeah.
Who I am kind of blanking on, which is the number 2 car.
That's the United.
The other United car. We haven't heard a lot about him so far right now. How do you feel about United throughout this race? I mean, we've seen the 22 being pretty solid. I'm just looking right now to see where the 22 is.
P15 right
now. The 22 is in P15 overall and in P6, so just a lap down. So on or off strategy or something else has kind of happened to cause that issue. But I do wonder, though, do you think the focus has now gone into that number 2 car?
I mean, right now they seem to be in the position to fight. This is the white United car, so the one that's all in that white livery. They are in the best position to fight AO Racing, who have been pretty much dominating the LMP2 race in the later stages. Dane Cameron, of course, on board. And the driver that's on board the number 2 is a high-class racing driver as well. Hunter McElray, I believe, is the driver. I believe he just switched over from TDS to United Autosports. And to answer your question, I mean, United have shown very good pace today. You know, the 22, I think it could have been in the fight for the win if it wasn't for that collision with the 43 entry earlier on in the race. We witnessed that, of course, but I don't know. I mean, they've looked strong all weekend, United. They've kind of been a dark horse, in my opinion, in the LMP2 category. We haven't heard a lot of them. They weren't really like in the mix that much, but now here they are, fighting 2 seconds behind the leading AO Racing Spike entry. So we'll see how it goes. But the thing is, too, viewers, is that we got to watch out for the car that's in third in the LMP2 class right now, and that is the 04, the car that is leading the championship and the car that won Daytona last time out. They're going for Daytona and Sebring, a feat that's only been repeated by Era Motorsports in the last few years. So very, very impressive stuff from them. And then another car I want to point out as well in the P2 field is the number 8 Tower Motorsports car. Nick, I know you predicted that entry to finish in the top 5. Every time I look at LMP2, that car seems to be in the top 5 at one stage. And so they, of course, I've mentioned in the previous stream, I've mentioned in previous streams before that the 8 car achieved a magnificent result, 3rd overall in 2023, and the win of the LMP2 category in that race as well. They know how to win this race, and they could definitely do it in 2026, especially with that stellar driver lineup that they have, including Tristan Vautier, a former winner of this event overall with JDC Miller. So we will see how this all progresses in the LMP2 field, but that's my take on where things stand.
You know, and hey, it's a pretty good take. I gotta be honest, that Tower Car, another Canadian, a semi-based Canadian LMP2 team. I am hoping for the best for them. So hopefully we'll see what happens in GTD Pro when they did their stops. Guess who came out in front? James Collado in the 033 car, the 296, gets ahead, and he's put a bit of a gap, a 2.2-second gap on Picarello and Bakta in the 77 and 911 car. The AO car jumping the Manthey car to go into second, and nothing between the BMW and the Corvette. I'm looking a little bit behind, and yeah, there's a bit of a gap between the two of them right now. So not the biggest fight in the world in GTD Pro right now, but it's quite interesting to see that the 296 jumped both of the Porsches. Very interesting.
The Porsches have looked so competitive today in the GTD Pro category. As you can see, viewers, to the left-hand side of your screen, Nick Tandy was the leader in that class at the halfway mark. And right now, the AO car is just right behind. They've looked so strong. Alessio Picariello is on board that car right now. That's the Roxy entry. And I think AO would have been further ahead if it wasn't for that brake change that they had earlier as well. AO had to do a little brake change, which meant that the pink Roxy car drifted down the order. But very impressed with the pace of Triarci's Ferrari, the 033 entry. We saw this car being competitive at Daytona, and we've seen this car kind of been in the mix a little bit, but now they are legitimately in the fight for this win in the GTD Pro category, and they have a high-class racer on board. James Collado, the most recent World Endurance Champion in the WEC, of course, in the hypercar class with Ferrari, and now he is going for the GTD Pro honors to take Ferrari back to the top for the first time since 2023, I want to say, when Reese won.
Yep. I think it was 23. Yeah. But the thing is, I was just, as you were speaking about James Collado, I saw him. I don't know if you saw it, but he was like this with the sun. Because he has no visor, no nothing. He probably has no tint on his race visor. So he was just going like this with his hand to cover from the sun. And he could do that because he had the gap up in front. But that just goes to show how difficult it is to race here at this time. So you might see it from some of the drivers up here. Yeah, you can see this Turner driver. He's doing it a little bit before putting his hand right back on the wheel for the corner. So some of these guys having to do that because of the sun just beaming directly into you as they go down in the turn one. I bet you it's also really difficult when you're entering in the turn one to see people in your mirrors. I bet you'll just see the sun will be glaring, and then all of a sudden you just see a black void on the left-hand side of you, and you're like, oh, okay, nice, cool. So it's as soon as you're out of turn one, it's completely fine. But man, oh man, that's got to be brutal to deal with that. And also coming here into turn 7 as well, into the hairpin, is very, very difficult as well. Same because of that sun.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why they call it Sunset Bend for a reason. You know, the sun is just insane around Sebring, specifically. There are other tracks, you know, that are affected by the sunset. Daytona, one of them, of course. But Sebring, I feel, is definitely the most impactful one, just because of the placement of the track, of course, and in relation to the east and west coordinates, mainly the west, of course. But yeah, the sun is setting. We're getting towards the nighttime hours of Sebring. We're not there yet. Remember, daylight savings time, the time change rather, has already happened in the U.S. So a lot of, basically there's more light out for a longer period of time. The race will be ending at 10:10 p.m. Local time. So we'll definitely be finishing this race under the nighttime hours, but it probably won't get dark until about, I would say about 8 or so. What time is it right now? It's 7:23 there. So
7:23. I heard the commentators say earlier is that sunset is at 7:45, or is that 7:35, and then last light is like 8.
So then that's when we'll get the nighttime hours. And when the nighttime hours happen, viewers, for those that haven't seen Sebring before, it becomes chaotic. It usually does. There's bound to be a full course yellow of some kind. It's been that way in every single event that we've had at Sebring. In pretty much every time I've watched this. This is I think my 5th consecutive Sebring in a row. I've watched Sebring before then, but 5th consecutive. And from watching them, it has been amazing. I mean, 2023 in particular, I don't know if you watched that race, Nick. 2023 Sebring, that crazy crash that we saw, viewers, with the Acura and the Porsche, that will forever go down in history as one of the most intense. I think that might have been the craziest race I have ever witnessed. To be honest, like the craziest crash, I mean, 3 overall contenders in the final, what was it, 15 minutes out?
Wow.
That was here at Sebring back in 2023, a couple of years ago. So it's possible we get that point, but we get to that point here in 2026. Yeah, you never know. And that's the thing. That's why Sebring is so interesting. And I mean, we've been saying this over and over and over and over, but these drivers, these teams, they're just trying to get to the nighttime conditions and then see where they are in relation to everybody else. And then that's when things are going to really start to kick off. And we're at the prime time when that's about to happen. So it's going to be very, very fascinating. Now, Nick, I hate to keep going on this rambling, but
yes.
There's one car that I want to point out here, and it's in the GTP guide. Oh, as we see the 31.
That's a 31 car.
Skating.
Very wide through turn 2. Full, all 4 wheels into the dirt.
Man.
But it's completely okay, so that's a big sigh of relief. We haven't seen any major GTP contender apart from the 25, you could kind of say.
Mm-hmm.
Even though 25 is not really. It's been the 24 that's been the better BMW. There's been no one in the top 5 that's had any issues here, which is so impressive. Because at Daytona, it was a lot more brutal.
Yeah.
A lot more brutal. But nothing's happened to these cars so far. We'll have to knock on wood for that. But it's quite incredible to see that. But what were you about to ask?
Oh, I was just about to ask about the BMW. Talk about that 24 car. Dries Vanthoor in P4 right now has just got ahead of the 93 Acura. And that 24 has actually been super consistent on pace. Remember, at Daytona, viewers, BMW did not have the pace, and yet Dries Vanthoor and that crew finished in P3 overall. So very impressive stuff. So I don't know. We're going to see how things kind of progress in terms of all this situation with the 24. But I think, even though BMW doesn't have the pace, clearly they don't, I think BMW could be a dark horse in this situation. If they get a perfect situation, WRT, on their second appearance in the full season of the GTP class, they could really strategically battle the Porsches. And if there's one team that can battle them strategically, it is Team WRT. They've proved it before.
Yes.
So we will see how that goes. But yeah, the BMW looking really strong. I just wanted to point that out there.
I couldn't agree with you more. Like, I remember when you would see them in stints, you would see the Porsches there, and it would either be a Cadillac that would be fighting there or an Acura. And then there was just the one BMW there. And so all I remember thinking to myself was like, this is a car that's going to pick up the scraps if excuse my French, if shit hits the fan. Like, if it really does, it really could. It just doesn't have the overall pace that just blasts by you. But yeah, it's going to be able to pick up the pieces if that matters. Oh man, the 34
my
car, the 296, absolutely flying through there. You can see he's understeering wide, gets out there. What a save! Oh my god, that's the save of the day.
That was
for the 34. That's arguably save of the weekend.
Yep. That's even better than
How on earth did he catch that? Oh my god.
That was impressive.
Was beautiful.
I'm shocked.
Bro, they just don't want to have a full course yellow right now. They just don't want it.
No. And
we're so close. We're going to see the replay of it now. Look at this. I wish you guys can see this, but
they can in the background of my screen.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it if you look over his shoulder. You can see
the
full opposite lock that he gets. That is unbelievable.
That was
Wow.
impressive. So that
What a
was
save.
Albert Balboa Costa. Albert Costa Balboa. In the 34 car. No, it's not Albert Costa Balboa. It's Lorenzo Patrese. My bad.
It's a Patrese. He got that F1 button.
I know,
wonder
yeah.
why he can save that.
Son of
It makes
Ricardo
sense
Patrese from F1, and that I think that was way better than Philippines save in the BMW in qualifying. I mean, Philippines save was very, very impressive, but that one from Patrese was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that's got to be save of the weekend for me. Philip, I appreciate you. You are the honorable mention. You are the second place, but you're gonna have to lose that one out, buddy. I'm sorry. Now, as we're kind of seeing with the race pace, Colin Brown in car number 60 is caught up to the back of the number 6. He's within 1.3 seconds of second place. So, we're getting some action here for once. Oh man, I've been waiting for this all day to get something. That blue 6 car, which has been doing oh so well. It's the one I've been predicting to win. Currently in second, but right now is starting to get caught up to by the 60 Acura, which has been always, I always say it's like he's the quiet beetle. He doesn't really do much, but when needed to be called upon, that 60 car is going to be there. And right now, he's been having a pretty quiet race, that 60 car, but look at it. Slowly catching up and looking to make an attack on the Acuras. I said it was going to be an Acura of the 93. I didn't expect the 60 to do it, but look at that. Just so happens that the that ARX 06 or ARX 06.
Yep.
What? That is it the ARX 06?
Yep, you got it right.
Oh, I thought that was the LMP. I thought that was the IMSA LMP car, the open top one.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
why I was thinking of that, but that's a completely different car.
Another ARX.
That's another ARX, but it's not this one. But yeah, no, it's really, really cool to see that maybe there could be a bit of a battle here for P2. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, something has happened to that 23 Ferrari that we were seeing. He's dropped down. He's not in the lead. Did he pit? Did we miss him pitting or something? I think we
the Triarci car? I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did pit.
You gave me a little bit of a shock there because I was thinking that I thought you mentioned that our stream was down or something like that.
No.
Thank goodness.
No. Thank God, no. But
We're
it's again a Porsche 1-2. We got a bit of a DTM battle.
We do.
We have 2 Porsches and a BMW all in the top 3.
And the Corvette.
The Corvette's there. It's about 2.5 seconds away, so not the biggest gap in the world between the top 4, so maybe there could be a bit of a battle there. In GTD, there's no battle at all. Patrese in the 34 car, 6.5 seconds in front. So that was the leading car in GTD that had the save of the week. That's impressive. So you know that they're pushing, and you also know that there's a lot of talent in that car. So very impressive from them. And with 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 55 seconds remaining, it's looking pretty good for everyone so far. We'll have to wait and see what kind of battling we're going to get. But the 7 car, getting caught up in traffic, still our leader, and still ahead by 5.2 seconds.
We need something to happen. That's what I feel like right now. We need something.
We very much do.
Something to jog up this race and make it a little bit more interesting. I mean, this has been a fantastic race so far, but we need a bit of action, and I think we're going to get it in a bit, viewers. So just stay with us for a little bit longer. I do want to point out that 60 Acura of Colin Braun, who is currently 6.8 seconds off the lead. I don't know if he's on the same strategy as the Porsches, because I remember that the 60 and the 10 were on a slightly different strategy. However, it seems that they have now got on pace. So I believe that 60 entry is back in position. A quick note as well on former race leader Lauren Heinrich. I believe he might be done for the day. I think his time is over. Julian Anlauer is on board the race leading number 7 Porsche. As you can see up the top, they have the fastest lap as well with a 149.180. And then what is expected to happen is that Andlauer will probably go for another stint or two, and then he'll hand it over to the finishing driver, which, of course, is none other than Felipe Nasr, the driver who always finishes the number 7 car. As for number 6, Matt Campbell is on board that car, and this is Matt Campbell's final race with Porsche Penske for a while, actually. He's the only,
Really?
yeah, he's only the endurance driver this time round. He originally was the full season racer. They've actually I don't want to say demoted, but just put him to endurance only. I wonder why. But the next race he'll appear at is Watkins Glen in the summer, at the beginning of summer, I believe. So that will be the next time Matt Campbell's in the car. Same thing for Lauren Heinrich, actually. He won't be in the car till I believe Watkins Glen. So that will be very interesting as well. A lot of drivers here actually won't be appearing for a while, because the next race after this is Long Beach. Which will be a very fun race, and that's of course a sprint round. And that's when we get to the 1 hour mark, 1 hour and 40 minute mark, I believe, of this event. That's how long an event at Long Beach takes. Yeah, that's how short of an event it is compared to the 12 hours of Sebring.
Which is gonna make for some crazy racing, because I've never seen an IMSA sprint race. Because will Long Beach just be GT3s only, or the GTDs, or
GTP.
will they bring they will bring the GTPs there? That's good to know. So that will make it pretty fun, and I'm really excited to see who can get around the streets of Long Beach the best out of our sports cars. So awesome that they do so. I must say, though, that gap between Matt Campbell and Colin Brown has started to increase. That gap now just to 1.8 seconds. Colin Brown also, I should have mentioned this a little bit earlier, he was quite low in his stint energy, so he will have to pit quite soon. It's an offset strategy. So I do apologize for not mentioning that earlier and bringing the level of excitement up for not really much of a reason. But here we come into the final bits of light here at Sebring. I think I would give it 15, maybe 20 more minutes of that, and then it's completely done. As you see, Matt Campbell and Colin Brown making their way through a minefield of race cars, as they love to say it. As we also see the GTD Pro battle, as it's pretty close here between the two Porsches, the 77 and the Manthey. And I'm willing to bet you, because AO is looking to go back to back, as well as the 7 car. The main thing is will that Manthey try to fight it, or will there be team orders? I don't think there's going to be manufacturer orders at all. I think they're going to let him race.
Yeah, I think they will.
That BMW is right there, so we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, I think they will. I mean, the Porsches definitely, they're not the same team, obviously, and so they will probably do a different strategy. The hope is that they don't take each other out, like they did with 2 Porsches at Daytona back a couple of years ago at the bus stop chicane. We all remember that on the final lap between, I think it was Vantor and Jaminet at the time.
Yeah, wow.
Also, quick note as well, LMP2 has Hunter McElroy. We mentioned him a while ago. 5/10 behind the 99 car, which actually comes into the pit lane. So the race leader in LMP2 is in, and the 2 will take over at the top. Also, we have some pit action in the GTP category as well. Felipe Albuquerque came in the number 10, and now it seems that Colin Braun in the 3rd placed number 60 Acura is also into the pit lane. This was expected because both cars were on that offset strategy, as we mentioned, and they are coming into the pit lane. So yeah, Cameron in, and then comes Braun. So that's definitely fascinating as well. So taking over in 3rd position overall is Sheldon van der Linde in the 24. I keep getting the brothers mixed up, as they're both a part of BMW, so it's hard to remember that.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's hard to blame you. It really is.
Yeah. At least the Vantor brothers are in different teams and different brands.
Yeah, right. That makes it a little easier.
For sure.
I would have to agree. Someone in chat just asking what happened to Inter Europol. You know, it was rough. Within the first 3 hours of the race, fighting the 22 United Autosports car, going around the last corner, they crashed into each other, and that 43 car has been a ways down the order since. It's still racing, I'm pretty sure. If I were to go look through the timing sheets, yeah, it is still racing. So it is 35 laps down, but it is still in the race. So very sad to see that interval car getting the issues that
Unfortunately,
it has. But yeah, well, we're gonna keep on chugging along here as we're coming up to 2.5 hours remaining in this race. We are getting a bit of a battle here, starting to heat up here in GTD Pro. Hesse in the one BMW getting onto the back of the two Porsches. He's telling them to giddy up, and I think if the BMW is trying to get up into the back here, this could mean a very much of a hello moment for that Corvette if it can get onto the back. The two car, the white United Autosports car, driven by McLaren, and the 04 car, both of them entering into the pits as well. So they're also getting their stops in now. So that puts Alvarez in the Tower Motorsport car up into the lead in LMP2.
Yep.
Driesand 4 in the 24 car entering into the pits as well. A lot of people getting their stops done now. So again, just you can see the real gaps now as everyone's starting to pit. It is insane between the two of them. 7 seconds between the 7 and the 6 car, and 18 seconds between the leader and the next car that isn't a Porsche. And it is just brutal. If you're a fan of anyone else but Porsche, they have been so dominant today from whites to flag. I predicted that it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Oh, man. Hopefully, we're going to see a battle that's looking like this GTD Pro battle here near the end of the race, and maybe we'll see something happen between these guys as we see the 31 Cadillac trying to get past the GTD Pros. The GTD Pros have been getting their elbows out today. They've not been letting the LMP2s pass. They've not even been letting the GTPs pass. So they're saying, hey, man, I got all the ABS in the world. I got all the traction control in the world. I'm going to put my car where I want, and you're going to have to deal with it. As you can see, the 77 car right over the rear quarter panel of that 31 car as he gets right on by. You know, it's very interesting to think as a GTD driver, you think that, oh, you have to kind of move over and pull over for these GTPs and LMP2s. If you do that, you're just going to get bullied by these guys. You got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what these guys are doing. They're getting their elbows out, and they're just like, yeah, you might be in a car that's like 10 seconds faster than me, but you got to work for it. And they make them work for it indeed. Now, as we're seeing going down the back straight, Hesse in the BMW in the slipstream of the Manthai. He's starting to look out. The Manthai moving to the inside as the BMW looking to the outside as we now come into Sunset Curve. There's no more sunset there, but the main question is, what kind of run is that BMW going to get into turn one? He's got a really good run out of the final corner. I think he's going to get him here.
Yeah, he's going to get him.
But he's going to go the long way around the outside, but he won't get the inside into turn three. So he's going to have to go the long way around side and clear him into turn one. As here we go, wheel to wheel between second and third as the 911 Manthai car gets ahead up on the inside. I knew it was going to be difficult to try to go the long way around the outside as he's looking again to go to the outside, but the 911 shuts the door as there's no move just yet between these two. The AO car is saying, thank you very much. I want to take advantage of this. And while that's happening, the number 4 car of Miko Verone is right on the back bumper
right there
of that one car. So here we go. The battle from second to fourth is heating up here in GTD Pro.
It really is. Yeah, this is getting really intense. The Porsches, the BMWs, Max Hesse definitely putting the pressure on that 911 Grello Porsche, and it's looking very, very strong right now. We will see how this progresses in the GTD Pro category, and that definitely is the closest battle that we have seen so far. GTP, a couple of different cars have come in as well. I'm happy to say that my fan favorite car, the JDC Miller car, the Timon Vanderhelm, has moved into the top 5. That car, though, will move down the order as expected. Still a long way to go in this Mobile 1 12 hours of Sebring, as 2 hours and 28 minutes to go of this race. We had a comment coming in as well that I thought was kind of funny from Alan that says, I live 10 minutes away from the racetrack, but I'm watching live. Well, thank you so much for tuning in.
Well, I appreciate you for tuning in. You should be at that racetrack, though. What are you doing? Get on over there. Get on into the gates. Break it. Actually, don't do that.
Yeah, don't break in. Don't break
in. Don't break in. But you should definitely consider going, as again, we're seeing the one car is finally the Tower car, the Tower Motorsports 8 car from the lead going into the pits. I'm not sure he's gone really long on the stop, and we know from going long, the longer you go, the worse it's going to be for you. So we'll have to see where that Tower Motorsport comes out in the LMP2 battle. But as of right now, back to the GTDs, or to the GTD Pros, I mean, the 911 car, the Manthey car, still holding on for dear life from the BMW and the Corvette right behind. But one thing I'm noticing is that Corvette doesn't have his full high beams on. I don't know if you've noticed that as well, but he's not got his high flashes on.
Yeah, that is interesting. I can barely even see it. That Z06 is in the background. I couldn't even see it until just now, really. But I wonder if there's an issue, or they're just they're trying to conserve energy. I don't really know how that works. Oh, and by the way, real quickly, just as speaking of headlights, for any new fans out there that are new to IMSA, one of the very fascinating things, besides telling the differences between classes with the number panels, is the headlights, because the GTD Pro cars have the white headlights, while the GTDs have yellow headlights. That's how you can tell the difference between what is what. And I believe that the GTP headlights are a little bit different compared to the LMP2 entries as well. So besides the number panels, take a look at those headlights as well. That's how you can tell what is what. And the GTD Pro versus the GTD is very hard to tell at night as well. So that's a really, really neat thing that IMSA has done. And it's been like that for a while now, but it's just a little cool highlight that for any newer fans that should get into endurance racing, they need to know about that for sure.
100. I didn't even know about that. That's really cool.
Yeah, cool
hey,
fact.
you learn something new every day, even in the commentator's booth. That's awesome. I genuinely had no idea about that. Yeah, no, we're still seeing some battles here out on track. The GTD Pros still. There's the lights on the Corvette. It finally came on. Now he's got his high beams. See, I told you he was having some light issues.
I know what he's doing.
Now he's turned them on. So maybe that was a bit of mind games to play behind the BMW, just be like, ooh, my lights are not working. Trying to get him to think, but nope, not really working at all. He turns his lights back on, and you're going to need your lights because it's going to get dark here pretty soon. I'm only going to give it about 10 more minutes until it is dark.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but right now you can start to see that these guys aren't really battling each other anymore, and they're starting to catch right back up to the 77 car. And with that, we'll have to wait and see if this could turn into a four-way battle here in the GTD Pro category, and I would like that very much. This would be an awesome battle between the 4, the 1, the 911, and the 77 car. I would be really looking forward to see that, as we're seeing a bit of a battle here in a GTP. That is Van der Helm. Oh, I'm not sure if that's a lapped...
I think that was a lapped BMW. I think that's the 25.
Yeah, that is a lapped BMW. I was like, hold on a minute. That's some overall battling that we're seeing here. But no, that's Van der Helm in the 5 car, already gone past the 25, because that 25 is a lap down. And look at the Valkyrie, though. I think he's a little bit in that battle, as I thought they were getting so close to crashing in between this super, super tight section. As you see the Valkyrie trying to get up on the inside, is something has happened to the 911. The man
I saw that
really wide, and that's the Hesse in the number 1 car. He's gonna slow up his BMW big brother as he's trying to get through the GT3, slowing up the GTP, but that's up in the second. A major mistake from the 911 Manthey car, and up into second goes the BMW.
Yeah, and what happened there with the Grello Porsche is it was pushed wide by the black and gold Mustang sampling Porsche of Tymon van der Helm. So Tymon van der Helm, unfortunately, like, I think he was trying to overtake the 911 car, but then it pushed him wide a little bit. That left the 911 to kind of brake, allowing for the 1 to get ahead there. And that was super unfortunate, just bad timing in general. No penalty, I don't think, intended for either entry, but the 1 totally benefited from that, up into second place. And finally, I think we could finally see a battle for the lead in the GTD Pro category. And there we go, there's the replay. So the 9,
rough.
What happened there? So that was the Tymon van der Helm Porsche that went a little wide.
Just moved them up on the inside. Just kind of went for a move that wasn't really there. That's really frustrating to see. And you know, we were talking about it earlier. Why these GT3s need to stand up for themselves is because of stuff like this.
Yeah,
they could get bullied around so easily, so they have to stand their ground. And just like that, we were given an example: the 911 Manthey car going down the order into third. And now We'll see. It's a 1.8 second gap between Picarello and Hesse. We'll see if that gap can get brought down. But as of right now, up in front, on the, excuse me, oh my goodness, I'm so gassy. Anblayer up in front with a 4.7 second gap, 17 seconds between Anblayer and Alex Palou. We need some safety car action to bunch up this field, and I need it now. Frederick Vesti in the 31 car now entering into the pits. He's doing some green flag stops. Do you think that might be a driver swap as well with 2 hours and 22, or do you think that's just going to be a fuel and tire swap?
I would think it's probably a driver swap, and then I would assume that Aiken's going to get back on board that 31. So Vesti will probably come in. It's either going to be this stint or the next stint that there's a driver swap. Vesti's definitely not going to the end. This will be his final time. I think Earl Bamber is done. I don't think he's going back out. So Jack Aiken should be finishing that car based on strategies by Action Express Racing, but we will see how that goes. Meanwhile, I believe the 5 Porsche will get into 4th and the 40 Cadillac will get into 5th with the 31 moving down the order. We will see how that goes. Yeah, 31 exited the pits way behind those entries. The 31's actually, I think, exited behind the 24 BMW as well. So that's actually quite interesting. Maybe it's just ahead. I think it's just ahead of the 24. Never mind. So that's quite interesting as well. We're going to see how that kind of plays out as things progress. But yeah, we need some sort of full course yellow to kind of bridge this field together.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, because
we very, very much do.
Right now, I mean, it is great racing for sure, but we need something to bridge these Porsches into this position to get the Cadillacs, the Acuras, the BMWs back involved in this fight. Because right now they aren't. Clearly it's just Porsche dominating, but, who knows? I mean, we still have 2 hours and 20 minutes to go. Right now, it's clearly the advantage to Porsche. However, we've seen so many times in the past before where a manufacturer is leading the race and then they're immediately just taken out of contention or something like that. You know, a prime example of that was 2024 when Cadillac was leading the race with Chip Ganassi's entry and before the Action Express entry. And then here comes Louis Delatraz in the WTR red Acura at the time, instantly with I'd say, I don't know, right on the restart after Julian Andlauer went off in the 5 Porsche at the time he was in. Delatraz just flew, re-overtook that car, and then got into the lead of the race and won, like within the final 10 minutes of the event. That is what's so crazy about Sebring, is that stuff like that can happen, and we haven't even reached the benchmark of when that's going to be happening. So clearly a lot that can change. Interestingly, Matt Campbell has closed the gap to Julian Andlauer. That number 6 car, 3.8 seconds. 3.8. I can see it on the graphic. The 6 is chasing down the 7. I wonder if the 6 might try and make an overtake and go for the win here.
I would like to hope so, because that's my prediction for the win. I would like the 6 to get that job done. I'm just looking at the last laps now. A 150.785 compared to a 151.8. So it's a 1.1 seconds per lap right now for Matt Campbell. But that was just the last lap. We'll have to wait and see what that next lap gap is going to be, as Anwar just crossed the line. That gap's down to 2.8 seconds. So a 150, we'll see what the lap time update is going to be. No, that was actually the last lap time. It was a 151.8, and Matt Campbell doing a 150.7. So they are flying right now, that 6 car, looking to try to get it up and go for the attack on wire. That could be the only hope that something is these 2 Porsches crashing. That could be the only thing that could really happen. That is the only thing. Finally, we're getting a little bit of LMP2 action here. The 2 United car and the 99 AO car within 4/10 of each other. This is going to turn out to be a fun little battle here in LMP2. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. I got to talk about this as well. What is with Ferrari 296s in GTDs and just blitzing the field for no reason? We saw the 23 car doing that earlier today, just flying away. When it wasn't Alessandro Pierguidi. Who was it in the car?
Kenton Cook.
No, it was a Ferrari driver in GTD. That was just, it was Antonio Fuoco.
Oh, yeah.
Blitzing
in the AF Corsa car.
Yeah, and they have
Yeah.
Corsa car. But now in the 34 car, a 9.1 second gap onto the 80 Mercedes that's in second, just blitzing the field right now. Robishan in the 27 car is in fourth. He's 12 seconds away. So some really big. Yeah, I appreciate it in chat. Thank you for the Fuoco thing. I don't know why I said Pierre Guidi. I don't know
You
why.
never know. Pierre
I think
Guidi was
I
here
was
last
thinking
year.
of a name that started with A, and there's Alessandro and then Antonio. So my apologies on that. We are
All
both
good.
very tired and we're doing our best trying to stay awake, let alone trying to do this for you guys. So as of right now, big gaps in GTD, but everywhere else, 9/10 of a second between GTD Pro and LMP2, 6/10 of a second between LMP2 in the LMP2 battle, and 1.7 seconds between Anwar and Campbell in first and second overall here at Sebring.
Yeah, there's still a lot to play for. Things have definitely progressed, and Ferrari seems to be in control of GTD, LMP2, GTD Pro, all to play for. GTP, Matt Campbell has closed the gap to 1.7 seconds to the number 7 car, so there's definitely a fight for the overall lead happening here. It's just between the two Porsches. We want to see some Porsche versus another brand. That's what we want to see, but still some action, and we should be getting some more things happening. What we need, viewers, to spice this race up is a full course yellow. That's simply what we need. We need something like that, and we need it to come when, I'm not trying to say this is bad or whatever, but we need it to come when Porsche makes a strategy call, and then the full course yellow benefits other brands like Acura and Cadillac. We need something like that to happen. That's very specific though, so I don't think that's going to happen, but we will see. Last year, I remember I kept saying, like, there's going to be a full course yellow. There's going to be a full course yellow. I was in the same position as I am right here, but no full course yellow came. So I'm optimistic over that. However, it's still a genuine possibility. I would say there's at least a 70% chance of another full course yellow coming out at the end as well. Now, quickly, I just want to point out something not in relation to Sebring, but the fascinating thing that's going to happen is that, Nick, the next race is Long Beach in April, the mid part of April. The fascinating part about that is that not only is it the return of IMSA, but the same weekend is the WEC season opener in Imola. So the exact same weekend. Thankfully, it's not on the same day. I don't know how we're going to be able to cover that, especially if I'm going to be at Long Beach. There's a very good chance, viewers, that I won't be here doing these watch parties until Detroit or the Nürburgring in May, because I'll be at Long Beach and Laguna Seca. So we'll see how that progresses. But just to let you all know, there's going to be an epic race coming up, an epic weekend coming up in April with 2 races happening, and there's going to be a lot for us to cover for sure.
100%. And speaking of stuff to cover, the leader in GTD, the 34 car driven by a Patrese, entering into the pits, doing a fuel stop. This is probably, I bet you, with 2 hours 14 minutes, I bet you they may have maximum 2 stops to go, or maybe just 1. You never know. But another thing that's important, Matt Campbell under a second here as they're coming to the end of their stint. 21% for the 6, 19% for the 7 car, as Jordan Taylor in the 40 Cadillac entering into the pits. So a lot of guys going to be entering the pits pretty soon. Van der Helm at 5%, Pullo at 12%, Van der Linde is at 69%, so I don't think he's going to be going in anytime soon. He's very happy with that number, and so he won't be entering the pits anytime soon. So as of right now, we'll have to wait and see what is going on. 65% for Tom Blomqvist in the 60 car. So Van der Linde was able to get in front of the 60 car and jumped him. I guess we missed that, but that's another big important battle here in the standings. They're on very different strategies, of course, but I think these 2 Porsches are able to go pretty long here into the next few laps. I bet you, yeah, they've done 283 laps so far. I bet you, with just over 10% remaining, I bet you they could do 3 laps.
I would say so.
That's not crazy to say. No. Maximum 3 laps. but maybe they'll play it safe and go for 2. I am interested to see if there will be some different strategy calls or if they go in at the same time. We'll have to wait and see, but pretty exciting stuff.
Vanderhelm into the pit lane in the JDC Miller Porsche. So the 5 has come in. It will drift down the order. But crucially, if we're talking about strategies here, that car is actually on a very unique strategy. The JDC Miller, it's the black and gold car. You'll barely be able to see it in this nighttime hour because it's such a dark colored car. But that entry, what they've done is that they've extended their fuel mileage, and they've pit a lot later. So what they're effectively trying to do, I think, right now, is they're trying to jump the others, their rivals, like the 24 BMW, the 60 Acura, on pit stops. They're trying to gain a pit stop on them, and this could work out beautifully for JDC Miller Motorsports. They could get into a top 5 position here. We will see how that progresses. Alex Palou, I think, is on a similar strategy here, as he's trying to go long, trying to gap the field as much as he possibly can. But I'm very curious to see how this number 5 Porsche deals with this strategy game. If they're able to do this, this would be massive. And yeah, it's just going to be something to definitely keep an eye on.
100%. Another thing to keep an eye on is his battle up in front. 6/10 between the 2 Porsches. I'm starting to be curious, though, because they do have to pit in the next few laps. What's going to happen when they come out of the pits? I'm not sure if he's trying to get track position now and try to get ahead, or what's going on. It's kind of interesting, though. Like, if you were in this driver's seat of the 6 car and you have the 7 car right in your striking distance, but you know you have to pit, do you want to try to get ahead as soon as you can, or are you trying to risk it all and try to get ahead in the pit stop strategy? What would you do?
That's a very good question. I would play the team game. You know, if I were in Matt Campbell's shoes right now, I would definitely play the team game and see what they want to do. If they are saying hold off, don't overtake Anlauer, then I would follow their instructions. You know, the team knows what they're doing here, and I think that the 6, it seems that what they're trying to do is the 6 clearly has the pace advantage over the 7. If I were Porsche Penske at this time, and this is, I'm assuming this is probably what's going to happen, is they're going to pit their cars at the exact same time and maintain this track position. It's possible that what's going to happen is that the Porsches swap drivers, but only the 6 does. The 6 swaps the driver, allowing for the 7 to maintain track position, or vice versa, depending on what they want to do. Clearly, the 6 has got the advantage, but what are they going to do? I say what seems like what's going to happen is that these 2 are going to go out for another lap. Yep, they do. Okay, they stay out. And then the 2 Porsches are going to probably come in this next lap at the exact same time, and the 7 and the 6 will stay ahead. The question is, what do they do on strategy? Alex Palou should be coming into the pit lane very shortly as well. He's on 4% energy. He's trying to extend this gap similarly to what JDC Miller were doing as well. By the way, Nico Pino has come out in T8, but he has taken over for Tymon Vanderhelm. Vanderhelm seems to be done. I think Pino is going to go to the end as that driver. Vesti, meanwhile, did stay in the Wheeling Cadillac, by the way. So he will probably, on the next stop, he'll probably hand it over to supposedly Jack Aiken, who's going to take over to the end. But we are reaching the 2-hour mark, at least the 2-hour to go. Yep, and still a lot to play for. But again, waiting to see when that full course yellow comes out. To be honest, I think there's a good chance of it happening in the next hour. That's what I would say.
It could very well could. We've been so close to something happening. And speaking of stuff happening, that 2 car, the United car, getting in front of the 99 car in LMP2, and the United car taking, I think that was the lead change. Oh, yes, it is. So it was the AO car, the 99 car, just getting ahead of the United car. So they're both having a great little battle. I think we might be seeing a replay of that, or are we? Oh, this is something that happened to the BMW as he's going wide. And who is that? That's the Corvette, and that's the 1 car. So that's a major crash.
It's happened again.
Versus Corvette. It's happened again. Oh my God. So we completely missed that. But that's Nico Verone getting into Hesse.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It happened again. I don't know how we missed that. I don't know how
I-
on
I
earth
think-
we missed that.
I think IMSA missed it too. I think it happened. I don't think it happened on live feed,
Oh man.
but they captured it on replay, which is great to see. The BMW, and it's fascinating to see this happen again because these are the exact same cars that had the same contact
Yeah.
and the crazy middle finger situation back in 2025. And so this is what happened. Verone and who's that? Max Hesse, I think. And
Yeah,
the one.
that's Max Hastay.
Yep. So those two going around. Hesse saved the car. Verone will surely get a penalty for that, right?
Yep, there it is. There's the drive
there we go.
coming in for car number 1. So that is his day done. And I know we still have 2 hours. There's a long time to go for that BMW. But the main question is, can he bring that gap back? Because it's a 10-second gap right now. We'll have to wait and see. As the 93 car driven by Alex Blow entering into the pits. I am interested to see what will happen as Nico Verone taking his pit stop immediately. But yeah, I do wonder now if this is just going to turn into a 2-horse race in GTD Pro with that incident. So that's so rough to see because there's so much racing left to go. And the only big moment that we've missed, or the only biggest moment that's happened, we've missed it. So a bit of a shame, but hopefully we can try to get another incident so that we can get a yellow flag out. I mean, I don't want to cause ill harm on these drivers, but I want something to happen, damn it. I want something to happen. So we'll have to wait and see as we see the 2 Porsches entering into Sunset Bend, into turn 17, under a second between the 2 of them as they're just passing the 3rd place LMP2 car right now.
Uh-oh.
What?
On the graph. Oh, okay. That is scary. I'm sorry.
What?
On the graphic, it showed the number 5 Porsche stopped and with a red light going blinking like this on the graph, and then it just teleported like 4 sectors ahead. That was scary. I'm sorry.
That understandably sounds scary. Oh my god.
As a
you made
fan
my
of
heart
JDC,
drop.
I was very scared for that moment.
Very scared. We thought the Porsches were going to come in last lap. They haven't yet because they're at 5% and 6% respectively. I would say they come in this lap now, right? I think that's where it comes down to. We'll have to wait and see, but they're right on the end of their energy and they're really close on track.
Yeah, they're coming in.
The main question is, what's going to happen between these two? We need them to start fighting so that they can lose time.
I know.
Need the 93 car to hurry up.
Well, where is Vander Linde in all this?
He's not in that car. It's yellowy.
Oh no, sorry. The 24 BMW. That's what I was wondering about.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking
All
Vander
good.
Zanda.
There's so many Vanders, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it. I think there's at least 3 in the GTP field: Vander Helm, Vander Linde, and Vander Zanda.
Zanda. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Which Vanda?
Thank
Number
you so
1,
much.
2, or 3?
Number 3.
Okay.
But yeah, no, go on as to what you were saying.
I don't even know what I was saying. I think I was just saying the Porsches were gonna come in.
Oh man, we're not losing it over here. I promise you we're not losing it. We've been so focused on this stuff. We got 94 viewers in here. Thank you so much for all being here. We're trying to make this fight as we're seeing something happening here. They still aren't going in. So they're going right to the end of their energy, going all the way to about 1%, which is very interesting. They're not going to be battling on track. There's still 0.6 of a second between the 2 of them. But I'm very intrigued to see what happens when they both exit the pits and see who can beat each other out, or if it's just going to be the same way in and out. We'll have to wait and see. But with 3% and 4% respectively for Andwire and Campbell, they got to pit now.
They're definitely in a pit. I mean, it has to be this lap. They can't go for that. I mean, Andlauer's literally on 2% right now. He'll have to come in no matter what. Also, just to point out as well, viewers, you have been absolutely incredible. The view count has just been going up and up and up. We started with like 35 viewers. Now we're up to 98.
Thank you, guys.
100 viewers right now. It's great to see. Thank you so much for all the support. It's been absolutely incredible. Can't say it enough, but hey, it's true. So Porsche will come in. It's inevitable. Right now, as we're seeing, you can see in the middle of your screen, viewers, that the 7 is heading into the final turn before Sunset Bend. That's turn 16. And then the pit lane, of course, opens right after turn 17. So right about there with the turn 17 hairpin. We will see. So the 7 will come in most likely. The question is, will the 6 as well? I would assume it would, because they're probably going to come in at the same point. But that is very fascinating for sure.
Now, no, we'll have to wait and see. I just had to put on the glasses now. My eyes are getting so tired. I was like, wait, I need my blue light glasses so that my eyes don't get too tired. Because now here they go with 1%, both of them. They gotta enter the pits now, boys.
They will. Yep.
And here, here they come. Are they gonna have any issues? No, not at all. So this is a pretty important moment. 0% for Allenbleyer as he enters into the pits. He's got nothing in the tank. Here's the 80 car that was fighting in the top 3 in GTD, doing his pit stops. Robichaud is up. The 912 enters the pits as well, so a lot of people entering the pits. And now, here comes both of the 963s. Who is going to beat who out of the grid? Both of the drivers are coming out. So Campbell is going out, Andlar is going out, and that means Estra versus Nazar.
Oh my goodness. Here we go, viewers.
That's as good as it gets. That's as good as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 hours, 1 minute, and 37 seconds remaining in this race. This is so crucial for the stop. But who's going to come out first? I got to be honest, I'm not expecting anything crazy. I think it's going to be the 7 car following the 6, and then they're just going to go right back to battling for the last 2 hours of this race.
Yeah, you can barely check it out in the backhand. I forgot to turn off my TV, viewers, but hey, it's kind of worth it. You get to see a little bit of what's going on in the background. Oh my goodness!
The 6 car beat him out. Oh,
he did. The 6 got ahead.
Beat him out. Oh yes, yes! My pick has beaten him out. He's put in just a little bit less.
Wow!
And it's officially a battle for the overall lead. The 2 Porsches are going to be battling each other. Oh, man, it is time
to get
racing. These 2 are so fast. And look at who's in the middle. Is that the AO? That is the Rex.
It's the race leader in
the
GTD
middle
Pro.
as he's trying to get the tires warmed up. And Rexy's like, get out of my way as he's trying to move on through. I saw them both go over the bump. And for a minor second, I thought that they had crashed into each other. But nope, all good so far. So now the gap is just a little over a second. As we're having the witness, he is that Estra going wide? He is.
Oh yeah, he's going wide.
Going wide. He walked up massively into the hairpin. Those cold tires aren't able to get up. So hopefully, not any major flat spots for the 6, but right now, that 7 car is coming right on the back. Up the inside goes the 7 car. Is this going to be a big incident? No.
Oh my gosh.
Unable to do so. Oh my God, they're battling immediately.
Don't crash out, boys.
Do not crash, you guys. Do not crash. This is as good as it gets. A massive whack up from Estra as he's trying to get the tires as hot as possible. The thing is that the Porsches aren't the best at getting the tires up. As we're seeing some sparks, I hope there's not an issue for the tire. I really hope there's not an issue with those rims. I hope that it was just a minor issue just locking up and that's it. But we'll have to wait and see. Half a second between these 2. I thought that Nasser was going up the inside and made a critical error passing him up, but nothing happened yet. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, that was really scary. As Estra takes the lead in the overall class, but barely. Nasser right on his heels.
Kevin Estra has never won an IMSA race. Let's just point that out there. Kevin Estra has never won with Porsche in an IMSA event. Now he is leading the 12 Hours of Sebring overall with his teammate Felipe Nasr right behind. Let's see what happens. Porsche Penske Motorsport lead 1-2 as the Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring continues to happen here as the sun has officially set over Sebring in Florida. 1 hour and 58 minutes to go of this event. Porsche 1-2, followed by the 24 BMW of Sheldon van der Linde. I wanted to make sure I got that right. Vesti is in the 31 in P4. Then comes Blomqvist completing the top 5. Over in LMP2, quick little montage here. Johnny Edgar is leading for AO Racing, while Alessio Picariello continues to lead in the Roxy Porsche. It's a Porsche 1-2 as well in the GTD Pro category. Then in GTD, we haven't talked a lot about this category recently. It is Robichon in the 27 Aston Martin, currently leading over Matthew Bell, a driver, of course, that won the Rolex 24 Daytona last year. That 13 Corvette started right at the back of the GTD field, and now it is in P2. But we have to remember that this is an alternate strategy for a lot of these cars, and Lorenzo Patrese, who's in that 34 Ferrari, it will most likely get back into the lead. We will see how that progresses, of course. But yeah, the Porsches continue to fight. Estra has grown the gap to about a second now over Nasser. And what do Porsche do here? That's the question. Do they allow this to keep going, or do they allow the 6 to let Nasser through and the 7 gets ahead? I don't know. They've both been very quick throughout this race.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure they're going to do... If they do a multi-21 move...
That wouldn't be fun.
12 hours of Sebring... Oh, people will not be happy with that. But no, I got to be honest. I think Porsche's going to let them race. I think these are two of some of the best drivers. It's a 59 McLaren, the Rahal Letterman car, having some issues. They're lifting the hood, checking something with the motor. Well, I say them. There's nothing really in the... They're not really checking the motor. It's a mid-engine car. It's not in the front. So they check it quickly, and they're able to put the hood right back on as soon as they can. But that's not what you want to see if you're a fan of that Rahal Letterman. It was doing so good at the beginning of this race, but again, just not getting it all the way done through this race. And with under 2 hours remaining, we'll have to wait and see. The 3 car of Garcia entering into the pits as well. That probably means that we're going to see the top 3 entering the pits pretty soon here, but we'll have to wait and see. As of right now, yeah, we see Van der Linde, Vesti, and Vlaonquist, all 3 of them. I think they still have to pit. I am curious, though, because of these lap times, 152.2 and a 152.7. Yeah, Nick Yellowy is also doing 152, so he's not really gaining, as we see Luc Robichon in the lead of GTD entering into the pits and doing the driver swap and the final driver swap for that team and that car. But yeah, as I was saying, not a lot of, despite the issues off of that start, no time gained for the 93 car. So sad to say, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to catch up with them. I am curious to see, though, for Van der Linde and Frederick Vesti and Blomqvist, how they can make that offset work, because it's so long until we get into the end of the race. They got to time it perfectly, and we're still waiting for the full course yellow.
We are.
It just hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. I mean, we're expected to get it at one point during this race, but who knows? I mean, it's possible that we won't get it at all, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if we're going to get a full course yellow in the end part of this race. We usually do here at Sebring, but everyone's been running a really, really close race here at the Mobile One event. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to kind of shake out. We're waiting for that full course yellow, though, to kind of mix things up and just give us a little bit of something interesting to talk about here. Nasser in the 7 has closed up to Estra, though, so the 7 is back in position to fight this this 6, the sister 6. Also, we're waiting for a lot of the cars in the GTP category at the top right now to come into the pit lane, the 24, the 31, the 60, as the Grello Porsche is finally in for its next stop. That's Klaus Bachler on board, and there's a driver change as well. Bachler is out. He is no longer racing at Sebring in 2026. Getting in the car is either Tomas Preining or it's going to be Ricardo Feller. I believe it might be Preining, but we will see how that goes. Max Hesse also in for the BMW after the issues that car had. Driver swap as well, as Hesse is out. It'll probably be either Di Filippi in, or maybe who was the other driver in that lineup? Oh, Neil Verhagen. One of the two. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Sorry, I was just answering some questions in the chat. Some people just wanted some answers in text. Yeah, we see Bachler coming out of the pits now along with Hesse. It's interesting to see, because of the BMW getting that spin, what kind of pace he has in the car. Maybe that spin has made the car come alive, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see, as we see on board with Felipe Nasser, as he's still trying to chase down Kevin Estra up in front. this is the main battle. It's going to come down to these two. And pretty much the only thing that's coming down to this race is a restart and a chaotic restart at best. But I am curious to see when that will happen, because if this happens now, the 93 car's not going to be in a good spot, because it's all the way down the order in P6. It's nowhere. He's waiting for Van der Linde, Vesti, and Blomqvist to get their pits done. A penalty has come up for Sargent in car number 120 for working on car behind the pit wall. That's not something you want to be doing. So that's a penalty for that car. Picarello in the AO car entering into the pits. So everyone in GTD Pro has done their main stop. So that is Connor De Filippi entering the car. Agostini in the 033 car also in the pit. What am I talking about? Agostini wasn't even in the pits to begin with. He's up in the P3 now, and he's just going to be chilling there. He has not stopped yet. So we're going to be waiting to see when that stop will happen.
Should be soon, I would expect, and that Ferrari should probably still be in the P5 range or so. We will see. And going back to Palou as well, Yololi in the 93, you were mentioning that a safety car coming out right now would not be good for them. What they need to get back into the fight for this win as well would be a full course yellow once the 24, the 31, the 60, and the 10 come into the pit lane. So that 3rd through 6th group. If they come in, this is great for Nick Yololi and the Meyershank Racing crew. And same thing as well for Nico Pino in the 5 Porsche as well, which is on a similar strategy to that 93 car. We will see how this goes. Honestly, we just want a full course yellow. We've been saying this over and over and over, and I'm just trying to see, like, will it come out? You know, the racing's been surprisingly really clean here in IMSA. Usually at Sebring there's chaos, but wow, I'm actually very surprised at what a clean race we've had. It does remind me of last year's race, when last year we had very little action in the night.
Another walk-up for Kevin Estra, goes a little bit wide. He's not having a fun time in the turn 7, heaviest braking zone on the track. They were saying that, I saw a little stat there on the bottom right, they are braking up to 3,000 times. So they're on the brakes so much. So you would think that they would get the braking down nailed, but it doesn't look like Estra is having full confidence with that car under the brakes, walking up a little bit into that hairpin. So not something you want to see if you're a fan of Kevin Estra, and if you pick them to win the race. I'm not saying who that could be, but as of right now, Felipe Nasser now starting to close in on that 6 car. Oh man, it's heating up. I think it's starting to heat up a little bit.
It is. And I mean, the Porsches right now, 0.7 of a second separating them, 1 hour and 50 minutes to go of this event. We will see if these Porsches swap around again. But right now, it is clearly Porsche dominance. Van der Linde is the next car in the BMW, which is surprisingly staying ahead of the Cadillac on genuine pace, as well as the Acura of Tom Blomqvist. So things have been going really well for the 24 right now, and they're looking to take... Oh, there's a wheel!
Someone lost the wheel! Who is this? I think it's an LMP2 car.
An LMP2.
And I think we have finally gotten our prayer. Please
Maybe.
Throw it out. No one can see that tire. There
Oh my goodness. Full course yellow confirmed.
Oh, we made it. Jonah, we did it.
We did it.
We survived. We survived.
We knew it was coming at one point, viewers. Okay, this changes things. This does change things. So this does ruin the strategy for the 93 and the 5 though, but this does help. This helps everybody, because now finally the Porsches won't be dominating this race. Supposedly, we can finally get some action.
Wow, don't say that.
I won't jinx it.
Jonah.
I know.
Jonah, they have been destroying everyone on these resets.
They have.
Don't say it just yet.
That's true.
But I want to see that 6 and 7 battle. I need them to battle, because that's the only chance that we can have anything happen this race. So, oh man, I'm so happy we finally got it. But we're gonna be here. I'm fine with a few laps of full course yellow driving. Everyone dives into the pits to get their tires done. Everyone getting some fuel, getting some tires. And there goes the 99 car. That's the first car to really jump in. That's Edgar in P10 overall, leading in the AO car. A few other people decided to go into pits, but he was the first one to react. So we'll see what happens.
Well, a lot of people decided to come into the pit lane just recently. Like, for example, Alessio Picariello just came in the 91, the 77 AO Porsche. He probably will stay out. I'm curious to see what the leaders do in GTP, Estra and Nazar. They just came in, so I don't know if they're going to go in for one more. I mean, the question you may be thinking, viewers, is could these cars, if they pit now, go to the end from this point onward? And the answer is no. I don't think so. They'll have to come in for another pit stop afterwards. But this could seriously change the game in terms of strategy. For the 40, for the 24, the 31, the 60, the 10, so the pack between third and sixth, this is great for those cars. This allows them to probably stay in those positions. The question is, Yololi and Pino, will they stay out or will they come in? I would think that they would come in, but this really does mix them back into the order as well. But the good news is, viewers, is that Porsche, while they are P1 and P2, they may have a little bit of competition. We will see as the other cars are going to bunch right back, and we're going to have a fight for this overall win. We knew a full course yellow would come in this darkness hour of Sebring. The question was how and when, and we got those answers.
Yeah, we did, and I hope we can get one more, because I don't want us... I don't want us to just be like, oh, we got a full course yellow, and then this is going to be the most anticlimactic thing that we've ever seen. I really hope that doesn't happen. But the thing is what is going to happen with this battle with Estra and Nasser? That's all. I'm sorry. I will repeat. If I sound like a repeating alarm clock, it's because I have to be, because this is the main battle that we're going to be seeing. But the question, though, is, for everyone else, yes, you said, yeah, Pino's got a pit, Vesti's got a pit, a few other people do have the pit.
Yep.
Dude, I don't even know. I'm at a loss. I don't know what's going to happen. This is one of the very few times where I don't really have a lot to say. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is so exciting and so awesome to see.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait, but yeah, no, I'm sorry. I got nothing.
I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words as well. The fact is that we have a full course yellow out on track at Sebring with 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. There's so much in play for. You know, we have strategy. We have the battle up the front. It's clear that on this safety car restart, Porsche will lead 1-2 as they have done so many times. But the question is, will they continue to hold that advantage? They will be dominant, that's for sure. But what's interesting about this whole situation is that the leaders and pretty much everybody in the GTP category have not decided to come into the pits. So they decided to stay out. If this is the case, this is huge for the 93 Acura and the number 5 Porsche. This could skyrocket both of those entries into P3 and P4 respectively. This would be huge for them. We will see how this works with the strategy game. Right now in LMP2, United Autosports lead in that category. Great work from the crew of that white, blue, and red entry. GTD Pro continues to see the 77 on top, and I believe in GTD it is the 34 Conquest Racing Ferrari. That car has been up at the front for a while now. The question is, can these leaders continue to hold on to the rest of for the rest of the race? We will see, and how will the strategy impact the rest of this race as well. All to play for at the Mobile One 12 Hours of Sebring. We're going green in just a bit, but currently under full course yellow. It's going to be definitely really exciting.
And if there's something that I can't hold on to, it's my bladder. I gotta go use the washroom. I'm so sorry. This is the perfect time for this to happen. That's the other reason why I was so excited for a yellow. I didn't want to say it, but that was my underlying reason. I will be right back. Hold down the fort, Jonah.
I got you covered. Yeah, viewers, we got a full course yellow for this event. Thank you so much for everybody that's watched so far. It truly means the world to me, to Nick, to David, to anybody who's associated with the FJ Endurance page. It's been a wild ride across Sebring, and I can't wait for the rest of the season, of course. We have a little bit of a break after Sebring, as for what's next, of course. Long Beach and Imola are then coming up next in April. That's the only events I think were happening in April. Then it's Laguna Seca. I will definitely be there, so if anyone who's going there, let me know. And then Spa, of course, for the WEC. And then we kick off another couple of double weekends. You know, the Nürburgring coming in. It's going to be epic. But currently, the number 6 Porsche, Kevin Estre, continues to lead for Porsche Penske Motorsport. He will lead the field to green on the safety car restart. The question I have is that when will the GTP leaders come in? We know that the LMP2 is they're pretty good. The GT cars as well are good on fuel. As I said before, Alessio Picariello just came into the pit lane for AO Racing. But Nick, all I was saying was, when are a lot of these cars coming in? And we just got our answer, actually. The entire GTP field is coming in right now. So
whoa,
everybody is into the pits. Then we're gonna see the screens. There we go. Porsche's in, BMW, Cadillac, Acura as well. The 5 Porsche coming in as well from Nico Pino. 40 Cadillac should be coming in as well. Where does this is super interesting. And what this could do as well is reshape the order of this restart as well, because now that everyone is in, a different strategy could totally reshape this grid. Here comes the Porsches. Let's see. The United Autosports leading LMP2 car is also in. Everybody in the top 14 has come into the pits. The action is on pit lane. Over to you, Nick. Let's see what we have to do with these pit stops.
And the 7 car is going to get the jump on the 6. The 6 car deciding to go for tires. The 7 car not wanting any. So this is going to be interesting. But the main question is, who's going to be second out? It will be the 6 car getting out. So all good from them. The 93 car may be able to get the jump on the 31.
Oh, no, the 31 keeps ahead.
So the 31 car, another car that we thought having a good launch, is able to get back up. The 24 car gets a good jump. The 60 as well. So it looks like it's going to be the 7 car followed by the 6 with fresh tires. And also, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's also the 31 car and the 93 car. They're back.
Yeah, the 31 is in third now. And I talked about this earlier, that if Porsche were going to have any competition, it was going to be from that 31 car. Finally, that 31 is in a position to do so. However, there's a different strategy going on here, and this could completely change everything. Porsche continue to lead 1-2. Estre will lead the field to green once things go. Nazar will lead the field to green in the 7. My bad. So Nazar will lead the field to green. But remember, the Porsches, different strategies there. You said that Estre came in for tires. Nazar did not. Did Nazar already have fresh tires from the earlier stop, or?
I think he did.
Okay.
And I think what happened was that Porsche maybe had an extra set, and they're just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just put some new tires on, and let's just run with it. Because they knew they weren't going to, I think their gamble and what they think is that it's worth losing the track position to have just that little extra fresh rubber for that back end of the stint. So you never know. It could be a risky play here. You could be just like, what's the point? And maybe the 7 car is just able to hold on to it, but we're going to have to wait and see. I think, though, it looks like there is going to be a we're on board with the 7. I thought this was the 6 car. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. We're going to be the 6 car is going to have to wait through a few of the cars. Now, I'm interested to see what this top 3 is in the GTD Pros.
That's true.
Because I am intrigued to see what that is. Because the guys haven't gone around for a lap yet. When we get the order, we will give it to you guys. But we do not have that order just yet. So bear with us a little bit as we try to get you that information.
Yeah, this is going to be fascinating to see. Right now, we do know that Nazar is leading overall in the GTP category. Then, surprisingly, it's the 04 CrowdStrike car that is leading LMP2. Remember, Nick, that was the car that won at Daytona. So they are going to be going for this double win. Like I said, the last time that was achieved was when Era Motorsports did that. Ironically, as I talk about Era, the 18 is the only other car that's not in this pack. Whoa, GT's coming in, and that was a close one.
Yeah, that was a very close one. The Lexus, one of the that was the GTD Pro Lexus, almost slamming into the back of one of the Mercedes. That was very, very close between the two of them. I almost couldn't believe it, but here comes all the GTD Pros coming in. Here comes the 1 car. I think that this is also good if you're the 3 car, the 4 car, because just because he lost that drive-through penalty, he's going to be able to gain a little bit of time and maybe some track position here just by doing a quick fuel up, because they're not going for tires. Yep, they're going to get him out, so he's going to gain some positions because of that stop. But the main question is, how many things? Look at that. They got the light out. That's something you don't really see. It's very rare to see that red light being out at the end of the pit stop when you have this many cars.
Yeah, they were waiting for the prototypes. That's what it is. Yep. Okay, so green, now the green light is on that. But yeah, very rare, like you said, Nick. So that was interesting and could cause a little bit of drama, but thankfully it didn't. And this is where we can see, viewers, this really unique thing where the white headlights are the GTD Pro cars and the yellow are the GTDs. That's really how we can tell the difference in the night. What is a GT and what is not. So if you're watching the live feed, you can actually see it behind me as well, right here. A little bit, you can see the white lights, GTD Pro. Yellow for GTD. 1 hour and 37 minutes remaining of the Mobile One 12 hours of Sebring. What I can tell you, and what Nick can tell you as well, is that we're going to get an epic end to this race.
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope we can get another yellow with like
later on
7 minutes remaining. That would be awesome.
Oh man, that would be...
I don't want it to end under yellow, but you never know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what it's going to be. So what I now have the official order for you, at least for the GTPs and the LMP2s that have done their stop. It is Felipe Nasser in front, Kevin Estre in second, Frederick Vesti in third, Nick Yellowy in fourth, Sheldon Van der Linde in fifth, Tom Blomqvist in sixth, Nico Pino in seventh, and Ricky Taylor in eighth with Louis Delatraz in ninth. In the LMP2 class, Charles Molesti in the 11 car is in first, with Tristan Vautier in the A car in second, Mikkel Jensen in the 2 car in third, Alex Quinn in fourth in the 04 car, Johnny Edker in fifth in the 99 car. We'll have to see. Maybe not all the pit stops have happened with that class. We'll have to wait and see. But we have, oh my goodness, wow, we've just had a massive surge of people. Hello, everyone. 130 people.
Wow.
We just peeked at for one moment. Hello and hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Hope you guys are having a good stream. If you are new here, hello and hi. My name is Nick. I'm joined alongside Jonah here for the FJ Endurance channel. We do this for every IMSA race and every WEC race. So guess what, guys? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for more live streams. We're going to be doing a lot more of these throughout the year. So stay tuned for more. Hope you guys are all having an amazing, amazing day. We've had some pretty good racing here at Sebring. We got 1 hour and 35 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in this race. We are still under yellow flag conditions, and it is, as I quickly repeated, I'll just do the top 5 quickly. Nasser, Estre, Vesti, Yellowy, and Van der Linde is your top 5 in the overall. In GTD Pro, it looks like it's Harry King in the 77 car with Thomas Preening in the Manthey 911, with Connor DeFilippi in third, and Alexander Sims jumping back up into P4. So, yeah, no, 100%. We got to be looking towards that battle. It's looking really, really good so far. LMP2s, yeah, we've already talked about the LMP2s. That's all good. In GTD, we haven't talked about that order very quickly. Tom Gamble is not in the lead. It's actually the 912 car that's in the lead. It's Morris Shooting in the other Manthey car in GTD. Tom Gamble in second. We have Matthew Bell in third. In the 13 BMW, my AWA BMW, they had a bit of a spin earlier, but they're in the top 3. So I'm really excited for that. So hopefully that we can get a good result out of the 13 car. Robbie Foley in the Turner car in fourth, and Lynn Hodenis in Hodenis, I don't know, in the 80 car. Hodenis, that's what I figured. We're starting to really slow up here, these cars, as some mind games are starting to come up. I think they might be going green this time by. What do you think, Jonah?
Sorry, I was muted getting some water. Yes, I think that they are going to be probably going green. You can see that the Porsches and a lot of the cars are leaving the tires.
Safety car lights are out.
Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're going to get green this time round, viewers, as the cars prepare to do this. We're in for an epic race. Porsche continue to lead. However, the Cadillac of Frederick Vesti right behind. We will see if he can challenge these Porsches. Have they gone yet? No, they have not. They're still
No. We are a long way away from that. Do not worry.
Yes, I think we are a long way. Yeah, okay, there we go.
But
It's hard to see with this dark.
Really starting to hold up. Yeah, it's so dark, so it looks like they're coming down the back straight, but no, they're not on the back straight just yet.
They're heading towards the back straight though. They're heading into the S's, and I believe that. Ooh, Nasser.
Oh, Nasser, what are you doing, buddy? He was mind games, just speeding up and slowing down. I hope that doesn't cause an impeding, but he's gonna go.
No,
really
he's not.
Early
he's not going yet.
Or I thought he was gonna go, but that's some mind games as he's trying to slow it up and beat it back out. This is how I think Nasser's gonna try to get the jump on this field, because he knows that he doesn't have the fresh rubber, so he's got to do as much as he can with his speed, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up again. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen on this restart. Estra was so good on these last few restarts, but what can he do against his teammate in the Porsche? Jonah, I think I'm going to give this one to you. You did the first restart. I did the second one. It's only fair you do the third. So take it away.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, we are here for the Mobile 1, 12 hours of Sebring under darkness. It is going to be Felipe Nasr leading the field to green. He won here last year. He's trying to do it again. Let's see if he can do it. The number 7 Porsche ahead of the number 6 car. If you see me looking over here, that's because I'm watching the live feed. The 7 is away, and we're back to green flag racing at the Sebring International Raceway. That's a long sentence, but here we go. Nasr weaving the tires back and forth. Oh, the Cadillac trying to go for the move on the 6. Nope, but the red V Series R is going to stay behind. That was impressive stuff from Vesti. I told you that 31 Cadillac is going to come back in this race. Let's see if he's going to be able to do that. Everybody else in the rest of the field stays in their current positions. It is still Porsche 1-2, followed by Vesti in the Cadillac. Then comes Nick Yololi in the 93 Acura with the BMW, the sole remaining car on the lead lap in P5. Meanwhile, Thomas Preining has got ahead of Harry Kane to move the Grello Porsche, that yellow and green entry, into the lead of GTD Pro. There is a gap of about 1/10 of a second, so the Roxy Porsche down to P2. This is critical in the grand scheme of things. Remember, the Grello Porsche, that 911 entry, is only a Michelin Endurance Cup entry, so a win here would be huge on the Grello's first ever appearance at Sebring and second appearance in North America competition. Morris Shireen also has the lead for Manti in the GTD category. Manti absolutely on fire on their Sebring return. The 911 leading in GTD Pro and the 912 leading in GTD. Perfect start by them. Meanwhile, I want to point this car out as well. Charles Malesi leading in LMP2 in the TDS Racing Orica 07. That car has a driver that wasn't expected to race here. It is Charles Malesi who is going to be in that car. Oh, actually, never mind. Charles Malesi's down the order. It is now Tristan Vautier who is in the lead in the number 8 Tower Motorsports car. The car which won here back in 2023. Little bit of a change going on in the GTP category. The number 10 Cadillac has got ahead of Nico Pino's number 5 Porsche as we see a battle going on for P3. Oh, drive-through penalty for Nick Yololi.
That's the 93. Done and dusted.
Oh,
he can try to go for any overtake he wants, but it doesn't matter. He's got to go through a drive-through. So that, oh man, that might be the 93 days over. So the one car that I predicted that could have a chance to go after the Porsches is done and dusted with that drive-through. He's in 4th right now, but he's surely going to go all the way down the order unless somehow we get some multiple
oh my goodness. Both
Acuras getting a drive-through. This is massive if you're an Acura fan. And I'm an Acura fan, and I'm not happy one bit. Both of the Acuras getting shafted here with an hour and a half remaining in this race. And someone else, what is this?
What the? Full course yellow. Oh, that's a car off the track. What car is that? It looks like a GT car. A full course yellow is out. What car is that? We can't tell.
It's a 15 car. That's the Mustang.
Oh, that is
his side? He's on his side.
No, I think that's a...
that's his driver's side door.
Oh my gosh. That's a huge incident.
Destroyed. I was like, is that like, I thought that was the top of his car. That sticker there, I thought that was
it looked like
panel.
Oh my, that is a massive crash. That's as big as the one we saw with Windward Racing and the
Wait,
Risi
I want to see if
Ferrari.
they're checking in on him. They're checking in on him. That is a massive, massive shunt because he didn't get that driver door open. That car's destroyed.
Jensen
Yeah, they're
Altman is
checking.
out of the car. He's okay.
Is he?
Yeah, he's out of the car, I think. I can see his helmet.
I don't.
Oh, wait, no, that's an official. That's an official.
Yeah, I don't think he's out of that car, Jonah. No, he's not out of that car. That's a massive, massive shunt. So this is going to be a long yellow. Oh,
he's moving.
Yeah,
he's
there.
moving.
I can see. Okay, he's moving. He's shunt. There
So
we
you're
go.
good.
He's out of the car. Thank God. That's great to hear. But yeah, he got out on his own. Just in a bit of a daze. He just needed a bit of a second to get out of the car. But that is a massive shunt for the 16. Let's see on the replay what happened. Just loose out of turn 1. And he went backwards into the wall. Which is why he probably got a bit of whiplash. Because he couldn't prep his body enough. Yeah, you see he went back in and just flicked around.
Huge
that
incident.
Car is totaled.
Yeah, that's done. That's done and dusted. This will be a long cleanup. We should be getting the yellow. I mean, I don't know when we're going to getting green flags underway again, but a lot of safety cars coming out now to form up the pack once again. The biggest news is the 16 Riley out of the race now and with a major crash. But the other big news is that the two Acuras, both Acuras getting drive-through penalties. This will surely disappear that Acura name from the top 8 cars. So the 93 will disappear down the order, and the 60 will also do the same. This is going to promote the 24 BMW into 4th, the 10 into 5th, and the number 5 Porsche into 6th, and the number 40 Cadillac into 7th. Wow, what a turn of events.
You know, I was thinking, like, oh, maybe the Acuras could get away because it's under full course yellow. No, not at all. They're not. I think they're going to lose a little bit more. They might not lose all the track position in the world, though it's a lot less track position. But yeah, no, they're going to be definitely down the order and a lot of work to do to try to make it up. I think the only way for those two cars to get back into it is if we see 2 or 3 more safety cars throughout the remainder of this race. And with an hour and a half remaining, we've already had 2 safety cars in 10 minutes. So the trend could keep going. You never know. Or this could be the last. We don't know. That's the beauty of racing. But the 7 car still leading with the 6 in 2nd, the 31 in 3rd, the 93. It was in 4th, but not anymore. It's going to be going down the order. That promotes Vando Linda up into 4th and Ricky Taylor up into 5th as both of the Acuras will be going tumbling down the order. Not a good day if you're an Acura fan. Not at all.
Not right now. Definitely not right now. And we will see how this progresses. We'll keep you up to speed with everything that we're hearing from the Acura camp and the Meyershank Racing crew, of course. A little bit of we're seeing a replay of what happened with the 911 Porsche, how it was able to get ahead of Roxy. Very good move from Thomas Preining in that. Oh, he went a little off track, but I think he kept it ahead.
They were going really wheel to wheel, really forcing the car off track, but he made the move stick so that it's going to stick.
This has turned into an eventful end to the 12 Hours of Sebring, one that is much more eventful compared to 2025, which was honestly a little bit not very, very much eventful. But we're having a lot of things happening here in 2026, with Nazar still leading for Porsche Penske Motorsport, but now another full course yellow is out on track, the second in the nighttime hour due to that major crash for Jensen Altman in the number 16 Riley Motorsports Ford Mustang, the Myers-Riley Motorsports Ford Mustang. So unfortunate to see that car out. Good to see that Altman is out of the car, but yeah, this is going to bring out another full course yellow and mean that Acura will not be able to serve those drive-thrus until this full course yellow is over, giving them less time to reclaim positions.
Yeah, no, it's going to give them a lot less time, but at the same time, you know, someone just mentioned in chat, this could help the 31 Cadillac. I couldn't agree with you more. I think this is going to help reset and maybe try to go after that car once again. But the main question is that, yeah, they still have a lot of people around the 16 car just outside of turn 2. So hopefully that stuff all gets cleared sooner or later. But that is a destroyed race car. They'll have to bring it out and we'll have to wait and see.
Question for me. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What's up? No, that's all I had to say. What's up?
Okay, I was just going to say, the question for me is that I wonder if anybody decides to pit now and goes to the end.
Oh, you know what?
You never know.
That's a good point, because it will be tough. But
But
with
if
an
they
hour,
can make it
23
work.
minutes and 23 seconds, I think it could happen.
Because here's the
It
thing,
could.
if you pit now, you might be able to conserve energy and fuel under this safety car because you're not using as much because, you know, you're at limited speed. So you might be able to risk it. If I were somebody like Delatraz, for example, in the 40 Cadillac, which is in P9, I'd try and do that. I'd try and probably pit at the final time the safety car is going in. Go as long as you can and then pit. You know what? It's possible that a lot of these GTP entries and the other cars as well are waiting until the last lap of the safety car, and then they're going to come in to give as many laps as they can before they make their final pit stops. Because I think it's inevitable that a lot of these cars will be coming in for one more stop. We know for a fact that they're going to be doing that. The question is, when are they going to?
I would give them maybe with like 40 minutes to go. That's my guess. That's when we'll see the next stop. But I really, really don't know. Someone in chat very much wants to know how the Mustang GT3s are doing. Well, one of them just crashed out, so not doing too good. I gotta be honest, I am really disappointed in Mustang so far this year. I thought they would be able to really push on with their pace through last year, but no, they have not been very good. Near double DNF at Daytona, a bad DNF at Bathurst, and now here they are. They're at the back of the GTD Pro field, and one of the GTDs out of this race. So if I were to give the biggest thing to the Mustangs is that it's just not been they just have to improve their form all around. Just all around, they have to do that. As I think, are the safety car lights still on?
I can't
No way they're off already. What?
Are they
They're
off?
off.
They
Yeah,
are off.
are
Wow.
off. No way.
I think
gonna
we're
go
going
back racing pretty soon here. We'll have to
yeah.
wait and see, but that looks pretty close.
Well, the grid is all stacked up. The procedure of the safety car has been set in place. The LMP2s are behind the GTPs, GTD Pro, then GTD as always. It seems that the issue with the 16, all those cars, IMSA has done a brilliant job in getting those all away. And Nazar is going to take this field back to green for Porsche Penske Motorsport once more. The question is, can they hold on, or will Aiken pounce once again like he did at the start? He has to make a move on the 6 if he's going to be challenging for this win. Cadillac started on pole. Can they finish there? We will see. Acura will also come into the pit lane with both of their cars at one point as well. But we will see how this goes. This is going to be epic. And because I did the last full course yellow restart, Nick, flex your muscles. It's time for you to take control as you bring us back to green.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Jonah, for handing it off to me. Nasser, Estra, Aiken, Yellowy is the top 4 so far in this race. The question is, we saw last time out, Nasser was able to push Estra right into the back of Aiken, and we almost saw an overtake in the turn 1. Will we see something familiar? Back in GTD Pros, the main question is the Porsches. Who's going to win in the battle between AO and Manthai? Or will the BMW and that 3 car take a bit of a fight? We'll have to wait and see. It's looking really, really close. But, oh man, it's looking unbelievably awesome as we're about to get started here. These guys are looking so close. I want to see the front of the GTDs. Here we go. No, that's an LMP2 IMSA broadcast. Come on, you guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to see this restart until they cut. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Or are they going going around for a restart? Yep, they're going away. But we haven't seen the restart.
Oh, there we go.
Racing again. And it looks like Nasser didn't get the start he wants. He's weaving this way and that way. Estra looking to try to make a move up on the inside. He's going to look for something. Almost hits the rear quarter panel of the 7 car, but unable to do so. Oh, man, that was super, super close. Jack Aiken getting the popcorn out, looking to try to take advantage. But so far, Nasser leads. Estra in 2nd, Aiken in 3rd, Yellowy in 4th. It's looking super, super good between these guys so far. Van der Linde looking to try to pick up the pieces in that fight. Jensen Mikael Jensen in the 2 car, followed by Vautier in the 8 car, Molesi in the 11, and DeResta in the 22 is your top 4 in LMP2. Preening still leading with King in 2nd, De Felipe in 3rd, and Alexander Sims in 4th, with Schudering in the 912, Gamble in the 27, Matthew Bell in the 13, and Hodenius, oh my goodness, in the 80 car in 4. All clean so far, no overtakes on this restart so far. We're looking pretty good.
Very good. Yeah, that was a very clean restart. Perfectly executed by Felipe Nasr to stay ahead. The Porsches have a little bit of an advantage. Frederick Vesti. Oh, no, it is Jack Aiken. Never mind. It is Jack Aiken on board that 31. I thought it might have been. Aiken has a little bit of a couple of tenths behind those Porsches. Then we have the 93 Acura, which will be serving its drive-through momentarily. Probably on this lap, the Acuras will come in. That promotes the BMW into P4, followed by the 10 Cadillac into P5. But we will see, of course, how that progresses. Definitely unfortunate to see the Acuras get those penalties as, where is the, the 60 and the 93 are coming in. Oh, the 60 is just in, not the 93. Fascinating. So the 60 is into the pit lane for its drive-through penalty. Then the 93 will most likely come in. But the gap in the front, 0.2 of a second. And that gap is growing. Nasr continues to lead with 1 hour and 17 minutes to go. The Grello Porsche leading by 0.5. It's currently Porsche 1-2 and GTD Pro as well. This would be absolutely fantastic for Porsche if they were able to win all 3 classes. And in GTD Pro and GTP, they're 1-2 right now in both classes. This would be massive for the German brand if they were able to do this. And this would not just be about BOP. This would just be about consistency and just the customer teams performing really, really well. But we will see, of course, how this progresses. Even though we are in the final stages of the Mobil 1 12 hours of Sebring this year, we still have 1 hour and 16 minutes to go, which is an eternity in sprint racing terms. Especially considering the fact that this is basically the length of the Grand Prix of Long Beach, which is the next race in the IMSA schedule. So still, basically, we have a sprint race to go. And in that sprint race, there is a very, very big possibility of something major happening, like another full course yellow, which could completely change the order once more.
But something I can tell you that isn't a fact is that there's really no chance for anyone else here. You can see that the Porsches just pull away from the Cadillac and the Acura, already 2 seconds up in front from those two. Van der Linde in the BMW, 3.5 seconds away from the two of them, 1.5 seconds away from Aiken. So gaps are already starting to form, but the main question is, what can Estra do to try to go after Nasr? And I'm starting to wonder if he's questioning about giving up that track position. I'm not sure if maybe that was the right call to do, as Nasr is holding off pretty good here so far on this restart. As of right now, we see Preening still in the lead in GTD Pro with King in 2nd, De Felipe in 3rd, and Alexander Sims all in 4th. But the top 4 all within 1.3 seconds of each other, so super, super fast, as Yeti-Blue in the 93 car now finally pits to serve his drive-through, gets that job done. And down the order they go again. Such a bad day if you are an Acura fan. Not what you want to see whatsoever, as that 93 just comes onto the screen to enter through the pits.
Nico
It's a matter of what if.
Nico Pino's also been passed by Delatraz as well. That's the only change we've seen in the GTP category on track. So Cadillac now run 5 and 6 with the 2 WTR entries. So that's good news for if you're a Cadillac fan. But yeah, just to reiterate what you're saying, Nick, not good news for Acura, and not good news if you're an Acura fan.
No, not at all. Let's look at the last laps, by the way. Felipe Nasr on his restart lap was half a second away from the fastest lap that he's set so far today, which is just flying. And he is clearly the fastest car out on track right now compared to Estra, as that gap is 1.1 seconds, and I think it's going to stay there for the next little bit. Felipe Nasr absolutely flying on this restart, but it's not really close. Jack Aiken is matching Estra a little bit, but again, half a second difference between Estra and Aiken, and another half a second difference between Nasr and Estra. So really slow between these guys, while everyone behind the Porsches, as Aiken a second a lap slower than the Porsches. It's just not fair between these guys. Those Porsches are flying.
They really are. And I think this is, viewers, I just want to reiterate what I said earlier as well. I think that while BOP is definitely a factor in this situation, I don't think it's the only factor. You know, there are strategy games to play. Porsche is an insanely good team. The drivers are insanely good. And I think another factor that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to this specific situation is that those 963s come alive during these night conditions, more so than the Cadillac. The Cadillac thrives in warmer conditions. It thrives in the daylight time zones. It thrives at, for example, Daytona when it's hotter. It also thrives in, like, I don't know, a summer race, for example, like Watkins Glen when it did very well. And here it's Sebring, the conditions are colder. The conditions are, the night conditions, of course, are much colder compared to the daylight conditions, meaning that the Porsches are going to come alive during this point. So it's also about the actual track temps and just the conditions out there, and the time as well of this race. Porsche are flying because of multiple different circumstances, and I think that they're showing as well why they chose IMSA over the WEC when they made the decision to step away from the World Endurance Championship. They are proving that IMSA is the way to go for them, at least, when it comes to this. But there is still a ways to go. Porsche continue to dominate by around 4 seconds to Jack Aiken, who is consistently dropping back, I have to say. Van der Linde, though, is chasing down Aiken, so that's good news for the number 24 BMW, as BMW look to get another podium.
I really hope they could get a podium. If they get that, what is this? We're seeing a switch. Multi-map 21 is happening, so that's Estra going into the lead, and Nasser switching. I don't know what I feel about that. I'm not sure what I feel about that at all. So that's a lead switch, but that was a very artificial lead switch, as we saw Nasser just was like, nope, I'm gonna let Estra come in. This is interesting now for, 8-lap offset on tires. So I bet you this is a strategy game for Nasser. He's like, okay, there's an 8-lap deficit here. If I let him go, I think he might try and overcut him here.
I think so too. I mean, it's possible that that's what they're doing. They could see that Porsche, the 6 car, has faster pace right now. Let it go. Let it maintain the gap to, let it stay ahead to get this 1-2 result. I don't know exactly what Porsche are doing right now. Very interesting to see that the 6 has been able to, allowed at least, to get ahead of the 7. Definitely team orders being played there. For a second, I thought the 7 may have had a power loss or something like that, but no, definitely team orders there as Nasser let Estra through. But this has allowed Aiken to close the gap a little bit. Now 3 seconds instead of 4.8. So this is definitely much better for Cadillac's situation, but clearly Porsche has the advantage.
Yeah, it does. And I'm just, yeah, I am really wondering what this strategy move was for. I don't know if that was purposeful. I don't know what's going on. This could be some tactics, because you can see that Nasser, it's not like he's not pushing. He is. He's right on the back bumper of Estra. But I'm not really sure what's going on between the two of them right now. I really don't. I don't know if he's trying to just kind of back off. It looks like he's backing off through the straights. It does look like Estra's pulling away a little bit. But again, not really sure what's going on here between these two. We'll have to wait and see what's going on. A little bit loose there on the exit for Estra, but apart from that, not a lot going on here between these two. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's see that gap. That gap now down to 2.8 seconds. So interesting to see what Aiken's doing on lap times. A 151.9 compared to Estra and Nasser did the exact same time last lap. A 151.62. Yeah. They both did pretty much identical times. So curious to see what happens here with Aiken and if he's able to continuously close that gap. But between you and me, Jonah, I don't think he is.
I don't think so either.
I really don't think so.
Yeah, I think that Porsche probably is going to have this win unless something major happens. We will see. I mean, they've looked so dominant from the very beginning of this race. Oh, we had a comment coming in from Johnny Rodriguez. This is not in relation to Sebring, but did you guys see that Max Verstappen's win of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring got disqualified? Did you see that?
I did see that.
That was unfortunate, but yeah, it sounds like what happened was that the team, Max Verstappen's racing team, they were supposed to use 6 tires instead of 7. So that is just it's not fair, to be honest. I think it should have been a lesser penalty than a disqualification, but those are the rules, I guess. So yeah, Verstappen's
Dude,
Mercedes.
I gotta be honest. I've been hearing a lot of people chat about that. Dude, ADAC and NOS, they do not mess around in that series. They
really
are
don't.
easily the strictest and most straightforward. That's the Germans for you. Thank you, the Germans, for complicating everything. But it's, I think it's fair because that's how the rules are written, and you got to do what's done. Max was almost disqualified from his first ever race that he won. So this isn't. So this is something that he's familiar with. So it's frustrating for sure. But this is the name of the game, and Max knows that. So I gotta be honest. I think it definitely does suck for him, but you move on. You just move on.
I'm curious as well. This is not in relation to Max, but going back to the Sebring event, I'm curious what's going on with the strategy in terms of energy for the GTP runners, because it seems as though that everyone is gonna have to pit within the next, I would say, 10 to 15 laps. We will see how this progresses, of course, but right now it's clear that they will have to come into the pit lane very shortly. And so will, unfortunately, the Acuras as well, even though they are in P8 and P9 as of things right now. While over in the LMP2 class, the gap is 2.8 seconds with Mikkel Jensen, the newly signed McLaren factory driver, going into the lead in the number 2 United car. The number 22 has been so successful here in IMSA, but the 2 has never been able to win a big event. It has never been able to win a single event, actually, in IMSA so far. So this would be a great statement for them if they were able to win. Porsche looks very, very good in the GTD Pro category. And Nick, GTD looks kind of open between multiple different entries. Tom Gamble leads. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the Porsche.
That was really close. That was pretty close. I think we might see, this isn't going to be a multi-map 21 move. This is going to be a legit move for the race lead, as Nasser trying to go the long way around the outside through 17, but unable to get the job done. As now coming down into turn 1, Estra gets a little bit of a better launch out of that corner, kind of messes up there. I think Nasser's not, I think he's not trying to go for an overtake, but if an opportunity's there, I think he's going to go for it. So really close between these two. Again, very interesting why they swapped. Still don't understand it, because look at Nasser's fighting him. He's right on his back bumper.
Yeah, that was interesting to see. Oh wow, okay, the 6 Porsche got held up by a GT car. That's actually allowed. This is allowing Jack Aiken to close the gap. He's now 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds, viewers. That Porsche battle is really helping these Cadillacs, and the BMW that's in this mix as well, as Louis Delatraz got into P5. Wow, look at this. Yep, there's Aiken in the background, and here comes Nasser trying to go to the inside line. Oh my goodness. Here comes the Porsche on the 2 Porsches. The number 7 trying to get ahead, but Estra's defense is helping Aiken. The gap is now a 10th. It's now under a 10th.
It's not just helping Aiken. Look who's also there. It's the 24 Van der Linde. He's right there as well. Don't forget. This could be a 4-car battle here for the lead if it's going the way that it's going. I bet you the Porsches, they're just praying, like, please, no more traffic. There's one LMP2 in front. The question is, how much more is in front? Here's another GTD, and it's a Mustang. The Mustangs have been such a bad omen today. Every time I see them, I get scared. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's now coming through. Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Estra, but he's able to get the launch out of the corner.
This is so intense. This is so intense.
Really intense. And we still have an hour of racing. There's still a long way to go in this race.
Here comes Nasser to the inside line, the number 7.
This could be a big move in as he goes right back up into the lead. Nasser's flexing his muscles, being like, I can let you go back into second, but nope, I'm the fastest car here today. The 7 car gets the job done, moves up on the inside. But now, let's see if Aiken and Van der Linde, let's see if they can do anything against these 2 Porsches. What a crazy little battle as Nasser takes the lead back.
Porsche v Cadillac versus BMW. 4 different cars in this fight. Louis Delatraz isn't too far behind as well in the 40 Cadillac, that black and gray and white entry. The 31, though, of Jack Aiken, he knows how to get it done. He remembers Daytona a couple of weeks ago when the 31 just couldn't get past the Porsches ahead, or rather the Porsche ahead, not the plural version. Now, he's looking to change that here at Sebring and get Cadillac this win. And keep an eye on that BMW as well. It's surprisingly in the hunt despite BMW having limited pace. We have to remember that the BMW also comes alive in these conditions. It does like the cooler temperatures, and this is definitely working out for them. Louis Delatraz has also closed the gap to these drivers, so it's now a 5-car train in this epic battle, as the 10 is also in this fight as well. So it's now a 6-car train with 6 different cars in this fight for the GTP honors. All the other classes have kind of fizzled out. We kind of see, oh no, Estra,
he goes really wide. He might lose out to the 31 here. Oh no, he's not. He has to pass that 80 car off of track.
Oh.
That was almost him done in that car. Oh my god, that's gonna get Aiken to try to go right back on. They might try to go to the stewards and be like, guys, he can't do that. But wow, that was so close for Estra, almost losing the car right on the back quarter panel of the slower lapped car. I love lap battle racing here. It's so intense between these guys as the racing gets underway. Aiken is slowly coming up to the back here as we get a 5-car battle. We're looking at the replay here to see what happened. As he moves wide, the Merc not seeing that the Porsche's there and moves them wide. Oh, that Estra is so lucky he didn't lose any time there, because the 31 could have very well taken advantage of that. Oh man, that was close.
This is why we love Sebring, this multi-class element here. And viewers, now we have a 7-car train. It goes from the 7 Porsche all the way down to the number 5 Porsche of Nico Pino. Felipe Nasr continues to lead by just a 10th or so to the 6th. But this traffic situation that's going on here is completely changing the game here at Sebring. The 6 dives to the inside. It's going to keep ahead. This is critical for the Porsches, as the Cadillac does not get ahead of the GT cars. It's going to be held up. Couple seconds lost now. The 7 being held up by a GT car and allowing for the 6 to get in the mix as well. The 31 and the 24 are close together on track as well. Here comes the 2 Cadillacs, the number 5 Porsches involved as well. This is intense. Here we go. This is going to get absolutely intense. 1 hour and 1 minute remaining of the Mobile 1 12 Hours of Sebring. GTP's battle for the win is on. Estra versus Aiken, as the IMSA broadcasters show a 4/10 gap between those 2 cars, and we officially have 1 hour to go of this event. This is coming down to the wire, and even though Porsche definitely has the advantage, that still doesn't mean that we're going to get an epic fight between all these different brands and teams. Here we go. The battle for the overall win is totally on.
I think it might be on, but Nasser has gotten past all the important traffic. That is easily the biggest amount of traffic that these guys had to go through, and some of the most important amount of traffic that these guys had to go through. But look at the gap. It's a full second out in front. Aiken not really there for the challenge on the Porsche. And again, it's all split up. All the guys have some gaps, and I don't like that, because I don't want to see that as we look at towards the replay again to see. Oh my god, that was a nightmare moment for Estra in the 6 car going wide. But if there's one place on this track to go wide, it's here. So lucky to get ahead and to not have to worry about that. Wow.
Also, just to point out as well, while we've been doing this, we've hit record numbers on YouTube, 180 viewers currently. Thank you all so much for your support. It has been awesome to have you all here. If you are new to the channel as well and are not subscribed, do that right now. I'm not saying that. Estra drive-through penalty.
For the shortcut, he has to reorder behind the 31.
Oh, no, so not drive-through.
That is massive. That's going to give Nasser a massive cushion of 3 seconds. And that's an interesting call. And you know what? I gotta be honest, maybe, yeah, there he goes, up the inside, goes the 6 car, they're wheel to wheel, they banging wheels, as they're now gonna go down the
Three wide, three
inside,
wide,
they're
three
gonna be a
wide.
drag race.
Three
They're gonna go
wide.
3 wide, down into turn 17, it's a drag race, Porsche, first BMW, first Cadillac, 3 V8s, all going for it, but who's gonna be the one that will yield? Who's gonna be the one that will
Aiken yields,
I
Aiken
think
yields.
Acura is able to hold on to it. Van der Linde trying to go up the inside of Aiken, but unable to do so. Oh my God, this is some unbelievable racing here at Sebring. So close between them, but no contact at all. Oh, well, there was a little bit of contact, but oh man.
This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The number 6 Porsche had to give the position back to the 31 Cadillac. And so
5 seconds now in front. Look at that. Nasser is flying away. This is exactly what he's looking for. That
Perfect.
7 is going to take off. Unless there's another yellow that brings up this pack, this could be the race.
This could be the race, yeah.
Unless this could very well be the race. As we didn't see the 31 going past the 6, but we saw the moment the 6 car got past the 31 as Roxy in the 77 car. Oh my God. This replay is so awesome. This crazy drag race. That's the clip of the night so far between these 3. But wow, all clean so far between these guys. It's so close between them, but it's some great racing. I wish that was the battle for the lead, but no. Yeah, another great angle of that shot. I wish you guys could see what we're seeing, but it was a 3 wide battle.
They can behind right now. You can see exactly what's going on, and you can see a little bit of what's going on as the 3 were side by side for a little bit. They're showing the replay of what's going on in the background of my TV that I have on, which I decided to leave on, which coincidentally decided to just coincidentally allowed you guys to see a little bit of action.
Just so happens.
Yeah, it's just randomly. Like, I did not plan that at all. I forgot that because I was watching the race before coming on the live here, and I just left the TV on, and I thought, well, might as well just leave it on, I guess. And I forgot to turn it off, and hey, here we are. So the 7 now has a 5-second gap to the number 6, then the 31 Cadillac. Remember, a lot of these cars are probably going to have to come in for one more stop, I would have to assume. And this could bunch up the order and change around a few things. Also, Nico Pino's 5 cars dropped down the order. It is now a couple of seconds behind the number 10 Cadillac of Ricky Taylor.
You're not going to believe it. Guess who replied to the most recent reel? Take a guess. Take a guess.
IMSA.
Windward.
Windward?
He said the Windward guy. I just posted heartbreak. I gotta pin that.
Yeah, definitely pin that. I see it now on Instagram.
Oh, that's so sad. And speaking of the GTDs, in goes Gamble. This could be a gamble here, going for the last stop with 56 minutes. They're getting tires on. The 13 car also going in for a stop. He's in the top 5 as well. So, hey, maybe the AWA car could try to go for a top 3 finish here as he's going for their last stops.
Blomqvist in as well for the 60 the 60 Acura. Yololi pit as well. So final stops for the Acuras. They're way down the order now. No way that they're going to get a big result in this race. But right now, the top 7 cars still in reach of each other for this. The 7 has a 5-second gap. Then Aiken is about 7 seconds behind the 30, the number 7. So that's the gap between those cars. The 6 is starting to go away as well. This could be the race. I do think you're right. I think this could be the race.
If there's no cautions, if there's no way to bunch up the field, I think it's done. The way that Nasser has completely controlled it after that massive battle is just wow. What insane bit of racing that we've seen. And yeah, like I said, unless we see something happening between these guys, I really don't see anyone going back and challenging unless Nasser goes on the run of his life, because I think these guys are probably going to pit in the next 10 minutes to go for their final stop, and it should be under green flag racing, unless if they start pitting under green and the yellow comes out. Ooh. Oh man, that would change everything. Speaking of, look at the GTD Pros preening the 911 car and the 77 car, both entering into the pits
from the
Katzberg
lead
as well in the 4 car, also entering as well. Will Dennis Olsen in the 64 follow suit? I'm not 100% sure. I know De Filippi has passed. No, Olsen will not pit. He's going to go an extra few laps. But
The
I think
Fords are doing well.
Felipe did pit. I could be wrong though.
Felipe did, because he's been warming up the tires. I saw him kind of weaving back and forth his M4.
Yeah, I did see that too.
So the Porsche's in, not the factory Penske entries, of course. GTD entries are also in as well. The entire top 4 are in. Maurice Shireen currently leading and was trying to get the win at Daytona. It didn't work out for them, but here at Sebring, they're looking to do this. This is the final stops for the GT category. Dennis Olsen takes over at the front in the GTD Pro category in the number 64 Ford Mustang. However, that car should be coming in very shortly as well. We will find out how that works out. The 31 Whelen Cadillac is in. Fascinating stories there. That is a bold move, but a decisive one and the best decision, to be honest. Whelen are going for the undercut on the Porsches. If the Porsches pit on, I don't know, a couple laps later and the Whelen gets ahead, this would be massive for Cadillac.
That would be massive.
This could be
That
big.
would be very, very massive. But we'll see with that 5-second gap up in front what's going to happen. But with Estra and Van der Linde going, we'll have to see if that is the move that could possibly help them win this race. But like I said, with that early pit stop, if a yellow comes out now, oh my goodness, I would not be happy if you are in that 31 team.
New tires for the 31.
And they're getting tires, so they're doing their last tire stop, last fill up. This is the last stop for the 31 car, the first one to jump and to go after it. Let's see what happens.
Still a long ways to go. A sprint race, basically. 52 minutes to go of the Mobil 1 12 hours of Sebring. The 31 in... What are they doing? Hold up. Oh, that's... I thought it was the
You just made my heart jump, bro.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what do you mean? What are they doing?
They were taking off a windshield visor like plastic thing. I thought they were doing something on the front, but it was just that. So the Whelen car is going to come out in P7 ahead of the Acuras. Well ahead of the Acuras. It's jumped them by almost a sector, sorry. The Porsche's probably going to come in very shortly. The 7 and the 6, I don't know if they're going to come in at the same time. We will let you all know once we get any information. The 24 BMW in third, but the 31, keep an eye on the entry. It's going to be going for this undercut strategy. But the very curious thing I want to know is what... Oh, the 6 is in. The 6 is in. So the second place number 6 Porsche has come into the pits. Where does it come out in relation to the Cadillac? The 40 Cadillac is also into the pits as well. Very, very interesting. Aiken is coming into sector... the end of sector 2, coming into about turn 14 now. The 6 is still in the pit lane as things stand. This is going to be really close, really close. This is the battle for the overall win, and this could be crucial. Have Whelen Engineering done enough to be able to get their car into a position to fight for this win with Felipe Nasr's 7 car? We will see. Estra is just coming into his box now, and Aiken is on the back straight heading into Sunset Bend. This is gonna be insanely close. Let's see how this goes. New tires for the number 6 Porsche of Kevin Estra. Estra, the Frenchman, is going for his first win in an IMSA event. We will see if he's able to do it. New tires, the gun goes away on that Mobil 1 Special livery Porsche 963. And let's wait. Where's Aiken?
We have no idea.
Aiken comes out ahead of the 6 car. Aiken does come out ahead of the 6 car according to the map. Never mind, it's just jumped. I think it's just jumped. The 31 is just behind, though, of the 6. Oh, that was close. That was so close. The 31, I think, is just behind the 6. So it's said that the 31 got ahead, then the graphic jumped into a weird position, unfortunately. But the 31 is about, I'd say, about 3 tenths behind the 6. So it is right on the back of the number.
Ooh, so maybe he's able to go for something with those tires, just trying to warm up. We'll have to wait and see, but we have no idea. The producers aren't showing anything on track right now. So
7 is in.
We'll have to see what it is. And here comes the number 7 into the pits he goes. So now we've seen our top 3 come in, but what's it going to be looking like?
I don't know. The 24 BMW has stayed out and is in the lead of this race now. But I think the 7 should keep second position. It should keep second from the 6. The 6 and the 31 are heading into the end of Sector 2 and then heading into Sector 3. The 7 is just about to hit its pit box, so it should come out right ahead of the 6. Like, I'd say maybe a second or two ahead of the 6, but it should theoretically come out. The 10 Cadillac and the number 5 Porsche are also in as well, so that's Taylor and Pino that are both in for their respective teams from 3rd and 4th respectively. They should come out right behind the 31, or probably right behind the 40 actually. The 7 is coming. Where is it? Where's the 7? Still in the box.
Yeah, he's still in his box. Now he leaves. Let's see what happens.
He's ahead of the 6 by about 3 seconds or so. So according to the timing data.
He lost a few seconds. But let's see what he can do on that warm-up lap, and let's see how it is. But yeah, that's a big, big gap as he's coming out.
Oh wait, that's more than 3 seconds. Yeah, that's
a lot more than 3 seconds.
So he's gained. Okay,
wow.
It said 3 seconds initially, but I think that it's definitely bigger than that according to the graphic. Yeah, so the top right, the little top 15 leaderboard that you see in the middle of your screen, viewers, hasn't updated quite yet. So Van der Linde takes over in the lead in the WRT BMW. He will come in though very shortly. Then it is the 7, the 6, and the 31, the same as it was. The 10 Cadillac is in P5, which will be inevitably, I think, P4. Because I think that the 10 might be able to jump the 24. The 5 Porsche, I think, has jumped the 40 Cadillac. So that's actually very good for JDC Miller as things stand.
Wow.
Unless the 5 is right behind. Either way, it's the Cadillacs and the number 5 Porsche in that battle. 24 is in. Yep. Van der Linde in.
And into the pits he must go. Speaking of pitting, the 66 car that is leading a GTD. Has he pit yet?
He is not.
I don't think he has.
No, he's not.
Yeah, the gap's 20 seconds, so he hasn't pit. So Fuoco versus Gamble in 2nd and 3rd is the battle for GTD right now. But it's interesting. Both Mustangs going long. Dennis Olsen in the 64 and Holland in the 66. Both going long. Interesting that they're doing that. But as we're looking in the main lead, Nasser goes back out in front with Estra in 2nd, Aiken in 3rd. But it looks like we'll see what the gap is after they come around.
Oh my goodness.
That was a really close one between the two LMP2s, the 2 and the 22. Don't crash, you guys. You guys are fighting for the lead, but this is...
And your teammates.
Be careful. Be careful.
The 40 just got around the number 5 Porsche. That's a switch in position in the GTP category. The 24 BMW, I don't know where it's come out. It's come out right behind the 31. So still a pretty good gap between the 24 and the 31.
Yeah, wow. Is that a 45 second? That's not right. That's not right.
What's the
40? It's not a 45-second gap. It's probably a 5-second gap. That's
which gap are you referring to?
Nasser and Estra. It says it's a 45-second gap.
No.
There's no way. I was like, what? What are we talking about here?
Definitely not updated quite yet. It says well, actually on the top 15 leaderboard it's not updated either. It's like completely weird. The 24 BMW, it still says it's in P1.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait and see what that timing is. I have a question for you. Has Paul DeResta won at Sebring before?
I don't think so. I think this would be his first win at Sebring.
Well, I hope so, because with 45 minutes remaining in this race, he's right on the back bumper of Mikkel Jensen and looking to try to go up and try to take that LMP2 lead, which would be a top 10 overall, which is a great finish for these guys. So hopefully these guys can go for it, but don't crash into each other, you two. I really don't want to see is actually they both go into the pits. All 3 LMP2s.
Wow.
The rest of all 3 of them, the 2, the 22, and the 8, all going in for their last pit stops. This could be big here in the LMP2 category. Who's going to be the one to lead them out of the pits? Jonah?
I think it's going to be the number 2 car still maintaining the lead, but it could be any of them. These are 3 cars in the fight for this win. Both of the United Autosports cars are looking for a massive result, which would be huge for them. We will see, of course, how that progresses. The 2 is in. The 96 BMW is also in right behind. I don't know how that's going to work out with that entry. But yeah, the 99 takes over in the lead in LMP2. Let's see. Also, one quick note I want to mention as well is that in GTD, AF Corsa is back in the lead, and they might be claiming victory here at Sebring. That would be a massive statement for the AF Corsa crew. The 37, something's going on with that car. Where are the LMP2 leaders, though? Who is that? Who is that in the...
I think that's the 8 car.
I think that's the 2.
Oh, you might be right, actually.
I can't tell.
I think it is the 2.
Okay.
Right, we're about to find out.
2-8-22. That's the
Yep, that's what it is. So wow.
Oh,
what is that on the United car? That's not good.
That's like there's like a flag hanging off the 22 United car. It's like a lawn. I don't know what it is, but it's gone. It's gone.
Okay, it's gone. Thank God. I was like, if they call it full course yellow for this, that would be ridiculous.
It's like a long.
But it's still on him. It's a piece of tape. They might have to send him back to the pits. I hope not. That would be the worst case scenario.
Is that a windscreen
trying to go
thing?
for the win here?
Could be a windscreen thing. Whatever that strap that comes off the windscreen. I'm not really sure. But that is interesting. IMSA won't call out a black and orange flag, I don't think, for that entry.
I don't think they will.
No.
The 99 car now entering into the pits. The AO car driven by Edgar into the pits. They must go. Oh, man, we're coming up to 42 minutes. We're almost done here, guys. We almost are. It's still Nasser, Estra, Aitken, Van der Linde, Ricky Taylor, Louis Delatrez, Nico Pino, Nick Yellowy, Tom Blomqvist as your top 9 in the GTPs. In the GTD Pros, we have Dennis Olsen still leading, but that will be changed eventually once he eventually goes into pits. But the main ones in the lead, Thomas Freening, Harry King, Connor DeFilippi, Alexander Sims, Nicky Katzberg, Frederick Versich, and Miguel Molina, all in your top 7 for the main guys so far. And in GTD, Joey Hand, Antonio Fuoco. Joey Hand has not pit yet, so we'll be seeing that pretty soon. But it's Fuoco. It is... I thought it is Tom Gamble, then Matthew Bell, then Albert Costa, then Scott Andrews in the 80 car. So we're coming on to the back end of this race. It's getting really intense here, Jonah. Real intense.
Real intense. And I mean, 41 minutes to go is still a long ways. We've seen crazier moments at Sebring happen in this time period. There's still a very good chance the full course yellow could come out and completely change the game again. I remember back in 2023 when we had that crazy crash at turn 3, I think it was. That was in the final 20 minutes. Then if we look a year later, 2024, the battle for the win with Louis Delatrez and Sebastian Bourdais, Cadillac v Acura, that was in the final 6 minutes of this event. So still anything can happen in these final 41 minutes of this event. It's just a matter of time to see what happens. But if Porsche are able to take this 1-2 and go back-to-back at Sebring with a 1-2 result, this is a massive statement to show that Porsche are not messing around as they come back in 2026. As the 2024 champions, the 2025 champions, they're going for 3 times in a row. And they're looking to dominate 2026 as they did in 2025 in terms of the championship standings and results. This would be massive for the Porsche Penske Motorsport crew. And I think that I know for a fact that they have been looking to do this and they're in a position to do it right now, but a lot can happen in these final 40 minutes of the event, and we'll definitely see how it goes. While me and Nick are talking, let us know in the comments down below what you think about all this race. Let us know if you have any questions, all that sort of thing, as we get into this. We want to communicate with you as well. This isn't just me and Nick talking, of course.
Please, 100%. We love interacting with the chat. We've had so much fun doing that throughout all the many streams. So if you have any questions about the race or anything you want to talk about, memories of Daytona. Oh man, that's a good one to cut. Oh, that's the 33 car going off, and that's gonna be the full course yellow we were talking about.
There we go.
That's not the Risi.
That's the 033. 033.
Yeah, that's the 033 car. That's gonna be a full course yellow 100% as he's stuck in the tire barrier. As we're just about to talk about the memories of Daytona, we've been brought right back to Sebring. But is the full course yellow gonna come out? I'm not sure.
Waiting right now for what's going on.
We will get back. We will answer your question 100%. But no, they're not going to put the yellow out. He's not stuck. Oh, God. I wanted Force Yellow.
Still could
Darn
happen.
it. Oh,
Still could
man.
happen. 40 minutes
It
to
still
go
could
in this
happen.
race. 39 minutes, actually, to be precise. But the 033, let's see what happened to the RC car. This was the car in the fight. It was contact with another Ferrari. The leading
21.
GTD entry. That could be a penalty.
No. And look who was right behind the 6 car of Vestra was right there and witnessed that whole thing. We might see an onboard from that car. Another car going off. Who's this?
LMP2. Is that the leading LMP2 car? What car is that? It's so hard to tell.
The Gradient? No, I can't tell. It's really hard to tell who that is.
It's
The 8 car, the tower
the
car.
8. Huh.
Man, interesting.
Very interesting.
Anyways,
back to Daytona.
Back to Daytona. Memories of Daytona. Last lap, the last like 25 minutes of that race, just in general. The GTP battle, the GTD battle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Magnus versus Windward. That battle was insane.
That was insane. Nearly ended in tragedy, but that was pretty insane. And same with Nasser and Aiken having their big fight at Daytona. Yeah, just the ending of that race was really, really memorable. Anything else?
The start was pretty chaotic with the LMP2 drama.
Oh yeah, the start was chaotic.
Yeah.
Who is this? Is this the 912 car?
That is the 912 car. That was the leading car in GTD. What happened to them?
They're smoking pretty bad here on the front.
Oh no. This is the car that was
No,
leading
bueno.
the race in GTD, looking for a big result. I think it's okay. I think it's going back out. Is this just a mandatory stop, or doesn't
I don't
look
know,
like it?
but look at the leakage.
Oh, the leakage. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
There's tons of water or fluid.
And
Drive-through penalty.
Fuoco, whoa! Because of the incident with the car 33, how to throw away a win 101.
Wow.
Step 1, be Antonio Fuoco. That's insane. He just completely threw away that lead and that battle. He's gonna have to take the drive-through, and I'm looking at the gaps. That's it.
Yep, that's it. I mean, Foco, what's going to happen is that Foco... Okay, so right now, viewers, if you're unaware of what's going on, Joey Hand is leading in the GTD class in the 66 Ford, but that car hasn't made really a stop yet, so it's not really leading the race. The car that was leading the race was Antonio Foco, who's currently in second position in the 21 Ferrari.
Oh, the 24.
no!
That's Van der Linde in fourth. And now someone having to slow down and spinning. Everything's coming on gun here. Van der Linde spinning. And down the order he goes. That puts Ricky Taylor up in the 4th. Delatraz up in the 5th. Oh, man. Apparently he has damage to the car. No yellow flags at all. He's able to recover the car. But no, that's not what you want to hear if you're a BMW fan.
No.
It looked like they're about to get an insanely respectable P4. But that has just been completely thrown away with that spin. That is the last thing you want to see with 36 minutes remaining.
P7 now for the 24 car, as the Cadillacs, the 10 and the 40 have both overtaken that, as well as Nico Pino's number 5 Porsche from JDC Miller Motorsports and Mustang Sampling Racing. That car is now into P6 ahead of and then the Cadillacs just ahead. So desperate situation for the BMW, and just super unfortunate. But what I was saying before we got interrupted by that issue for the BMW M Hybrid V8, was that Fuoco, who's in the primary position to lead this race in GTD, is going to have to come in for the drive-through. The driver that will take over is the 27 of Tom Gamble. The car which started on pole position, the Heart of Racing, are going to take over the lead in GTD. They're currently in P3 as things stand. Then it's Matthew Bell, who will most likely be in P2 in the 13 Corvette. What a day for AWA and the 13 Autosport crew of Ray Fodani. Wow, absolutely incredible.
It's great. It's great. They did not have a good time at Daytona. I think they finished last in GTD. I could be right. They finished last of the cars that finished. Didn't have a fun time. There goes Fuoco into the pits, and that's his day done. He is gonna think about that one for a long time.
Yes,
I would, at least. That's so upsetting if you're a fan of the Ferraris. Such a shame. And it was looking so good for Fuoco. He was so fast at the beginning of the stint, but nothing. Wow, what a frustration for them.
By the way, what is going on with the Fords in the GTD Pro and GTD categories as well? They're leading the race, but they're both on alternate strategies. So we assume that what's going to happen is that Olsen, who's leading in the 64 Multimatic Ford, will come into the pit lane, handing the lead over to the 911 Porsche, sorry. And then Hand as well, Joey Hand in the 66 will most likely come in as well. But what are they doing with this strategy here? This is very fascinating for sure.
It is very fascinating. I'm not really sure what they're trying to gain out of this. I don't know how they can do it. Like I said, I don't think there's a laps-led point system in IMSA from my awareness. If there is, though, they are racking up the points, so I can't hate them.
Full course yellow.
That's a 912 car. That might be a full course yellow, and it is.
Oh my gosh.
3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. We have a full course yellow. The 912
Here
car
we
that
go.
was smoking is gone again, but they've already put the yellow out. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, this changes things. This could, in theory, allow a little bit of strategy decision here. A lot of the GTP runners probably will stay out. I don't expect anyone to come into the pit lane, to be honest, unless they're extremely low. We need an energy graphic right now, IMSA. IMSA, if you're listening right now,
very much do.
If you're listening right now, IMSA, please give us an energy graphic. That would be absolutely wonderful.
IMSA, please.
Please.
We beg.
It's
But
Porsche
now that we're
1-2.
in yellow. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying Porsche 1-2. That's all.
Oh, okay. It's a Porsche 1-2. It's a four-course yellow. We have almost 200 people here in the stream. Thank you oh so much for being here. We absolutely appreciate the time. And with just over half an hour of racing to go, oh, man, it's looking really interesting. Here's the thing, though. Nasser was looking really good on that stint. But now Van der Linde is out of that fight.
He is. Yep.
It is the third. It's just coming down to the 31 car, man. It's really coming down to just
Oh, my goodness.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. But as of right now, man, oh, man, this might have also been a lifesaver for these Fords because now they can pit and they won't lose that much track position.
Oh my goodness. This could give Ford a double win in the GT category.
Way.
No way. Hand is leading.
If they throw this, if they turn this around, I was talking so much smack about them. If they turn this around, I will be gobsmacked. I will be absolutely gobsmacked if they throw this around.
It's possible. I mean, it really is, Nick. I mean, Dennis Olsen, the Norwegian driver, was 30 seconds ahead of Alessio Picariello. He will inevitably come up behind, but he'll be on fresh energy. It really depends on what everyone does on strategy here. If they go for the strategy game and they pit now, this could completely save the race or completely not save the race. We will see. But viewers, the fact is that we have a full course yellow out once again at Sebring, and we have 31 minutes to go, and that's less than a sprint race. That is a dash to the finish. We are going to get a dash to the finish as Porsche lead overall. The question I have really is that, okay, Aiken, he's in P3. Cadillac obviously have strong pace. It's clear that he's going to have an opportunity, but he's had an opportunity before here at Sebring, in the same position, at the same point in time. The question is, will the 31 Cadillac be able to overtake the Porsches? He wasn't able to get past the 6 car at one point. If he does, though, this time round, this would be huge for Cadillac. If you're a Cadillac fan, you're looking pretty good because you have 3 of your cars in the top 5. Brilliant stuff from them.
No, it is absolutely brilliant. You are very happy if you're a fan of those Cadillacs. But yeah, I have to agree with you. I'm not really sure what Aiken's going to be able to do on the restart. He's going to have to nail it straight into turn 1, I think. I think that's the only way that he can do it. And try to get that overtake done immediately. Because on the long run pace, it is just the Porsches. But if he can get ahead of one of them, that could be big. And then if somehow another yellow comes out, then he can get in front of the other one. But that's a perfect strategy and a perfect reality. But in the reality that we are in, I think he can get one of them. I think there's a chance to get one of them, but it's going to be super, super risky. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly happens as we're officially under half an hour remaining in this race. We are under yellow flag. Nasser, Estra, Aitken, Ricky Taylor is your top 4. And I think this is all to play for. However, I do think it's still leaning in the advantage of the Porsches. What do you
Agreed.
have to say about that?
Oh, completely agree. I mean, Porsche's definitely got the advantage here. The question I have is, can anyone challenge them? That's simply the only question I have. Personally, I don't believe so, but we've seen crazier things at Sebring. You know, we're 29 minutes to go, and yet in 2023, 2024, other events, there were crazy race altering events that completely changed the ball game. We are in a similar position as we were in those previous events. The question is, are we going to see a dash to the finish with drama, or is it going to be a clean finish with another dominant result for Porsche? Either way, they have the advantage, and they are looking to take another 1-2 at Sebring, which would be phenomenal. And by the way, viewers, if Porsche are able to do this, this would be a milestone victory because they would be securing their 20th overall win at Sebring. Their last victory came, of course, last year. Before that, their victory came in 2008 with the RS Spider in that brilliant yellow DHL color scheme, of course. That entry deserves its own video, which I will be making, by the way, viewers.
You should do that.
I have a lot of footage of the car as well, so I think it would be fun. But yeah, Porsche will be getting their 20th if they secure this win, and this would be massively big. They already secured the 20th at Daytona. I think 2024. I want to say they did. I want to say they did in 2024. I can't remember exactly when they. Oh no, 2025. In 2025, they secured the 20th. Then they secured the 21st last time out at Daytona. Now they're going for their 20th victory at Sebring. Will anyone pit, Nick? What about that?
Ooh, you know, I think Van der Linde is going to be the obvious guys to pit, try to get some new fresh rubber after that spin. But I don't think anyone's going to pit. I really don't. If someone does, that's going to be a really questionable call, I think.
Agreed.
It's just do what everyone else does, and if everyone's staying out, you stay out.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I completely agree with you. Right now, it seems that the GTP cars are probably going to stay out. Where are the Fords? That's what I'm curious about. Where did those Fords come out in the GT field? Do you have any data on that to see if where those Fords went?
I got an answer because I can see in 20th in...
Oh.
Okay, so the GTD Pro, it's still out. So Olsen is still leading, but in GTD, it looks like... there he is oh no, he is still leading. You're right. He is still in front. I don't think he's pitched just yet. So we'll have to wait and see if he does.
Well,
but he's still in front right now.
If they didn't pit, that means that they might have enough energy to go the end from P1. They might have just leapfrogged ahead. This would be huge for Ford if they're able to secure this result. Meanwhile, GTP cars come into the pit lane. Both Acuras and the 24 BMW are in. They are going for a different strategy. Fascinating.
Very fascinating. Let's see if they take tires and try to get some fresh rubber, get a little bit of fuel. But this is going to be big for the both of them as they try to get up through it. We will say, though, tire offset is proving to not be the biggest of things, though, we must say, because we saw the eight lap tire deficit between the 7 and the 6, and that didn't really do anything. So we'll have to see if this is the right call. But if they said, something happening with the 93, they having to jack it up properly, that's an issue for the 93. Oh no, they didn't get the jacks right.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
Fitted. This is the 93 days done. Oh,
it's a way.
That's gotta be so frustrating.
Well, it's a way, but it will come out behind the 60 car for sure. But this, I mean, while that's an issue for Acura, we should point out that this safety car does allow Acura to get back in the fight for a solid points position. This is huge for them. This is exactly what they were looking for. And so if you're an Acura fan, it's not all loss of hope. There is still a chance here. We will see how this race progresses. There's still so much to play for. Ford surprisingly lead GTD Pro and GTD. They have caught this full course yellow at the perfect time. This is exactly what they were looking for. And Ford lead with the 66 Gradient car in GTD and the 64 in the GTD Pro category. Surprisingly, they are in the hunt. The question is, can Prining in the 911 Grello Porsche stay ahead? Safety car lights aren't out quite yet. We're still waiting for the full course yellow. It's probably because that truck is still on track. We will see. Critically,
see.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, some people are saying in the chat that the Fords have not pit yet, and they haven't. What is this strategy from these Fords? There's no way they're gonna steal this, right? Right?
You would think.
No.
I mean, I don't know. This is new territory in my opinion for Ford. I did not expect them to be in this position. I mean, I don't know. This is going to be crazy. Real quickly, I just want to point out a couple things before we go back to green. 215 viewers currently live right now. Big thank you to everybody. That's the max level we've reached. The view count just keeps going up and up. Keep sharing this. Keep doing everything that you need to do. We got some support for Nico Pino in the comments down below. Go Nico from Chile. He is currently in P5 right now in the number 5 Porsche. Also, we had a comment coming in from Rami who says, where is Kevin? If you're referring to Kevin Estra, then he is in P6. If you're referring to Kevin Magnussen, he is in the 25. I don't know where.
P6? The 6 cars in P6?
Oh, sorry, P2. I read that wrong because it's number 6.
Yeah. I did that too.
Classic me.
All good.
Hey, we got a comment coming in saying, hey, from Sebring, if you're at the track, that's awesome.
There's so many people from Sebring coming on. I know you guys are geo-blocked, so we appreciate you guys being on here. I hope it is a nice, warm, I hope it's a nice, warm evening for you guys. According to someone in the chat, Olsen only has 4% energy left according to telemetry.
Interesting. Okay.
So he'll probably have to pit, but I am wondering about that other GTD. I am curious about it.
Yeah, the 66.
Joey Hand still hasn't pit yet.
I don't know. I mean, so if Olsen has 4% battery, as the comment is saying, then why didn't Multimatic pit that Ford under the full course yellow and get energy? Are they, I don't know what they would be doing. If they truly have 4%, then what is going on here with this strategy with the Fords? And I am curious about that 66. Oh, the 64 is in. 64 is in.
That's the 64 coming in. So there we go. It did the energy stop and is going out now. So that's all good. But still, I am curious about that other car.
Yeah, me too. And that does pretty much eliminate Ford's chances in GTD Pro as this hands the advantage back over to Grello's, the Grello Manti Porsches. We're seeing a replay of what happened to the 93 in the pit lane. Something very confusing situation going on there.
Yeah, with the air jacks.
Yeah.
Very, very bizarre. It's hard to see that stuff. But yeah, just not the day of days for the 93 car all the way down in P9. We'll see how the 16 and the 93 can try to make it up through the field. The safety car lights are still on. The leader in GTD Pro now is Thomas Preining in the Manthey Grello 911 car. So that's who's in the lead in GTD Pro. So yeah. Now we're seeing some energy.
There we go.
So he's on 22%.
Wow. Wait, Verveech is in the lead in the Ford, it says.
Oh yeah, he is. No
in the
way.
65.
So it was the 65, not the 64 that went in.
Okay.
Huh.
So the 65.
And he's at 50%.
Okay,
he can go straight to the end.
Yeah.
But can Hand in this? Oh wait, never mind. He just went down.
Okay.
Oh, we got jump scared a little bit, but no. Okay, Thomas Preining, he's in the lead. We got Harry King in second, Nicky Kasperg in third, Connor DiPolipi in fourth. That's the main stuff. But it does look like Joey Hand is gonna hold on to that GTD lead and try to go for it all here. This is crazy.
Yeah, Hand actually could get for this GTD win. They are going to the end for sure on this energy. I think they have enough. The question is, can he hold back Tom Gamble in the pole sitting 27 Aston Martin? That is going to be a close fight to the finish. Everything is going to be close. 20 minutes to go of the Mobile 1 12 hours of Sebring. Felipe Nasr continues to lead for Porsche Penske Motorsport. This is going to be intense. United Autosports, we haven't talked a lot about them on this restart. They are sitting 1 and 2 in the LMP2 category, doing really, really well. Whoa, hold on a second. The 93 Acura just went by with only one headlight on that car. That's very interesting. What happened to that car?
Shades of Renger.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. And Renger's in that car.
Exactly. So he's probably not, well, he's not in the car right now. It's still
Nick but it's Yelly. Still his car.
But yeah, no, we'll have to wait and see.
What is Vander Linde going to do as well in the 24 BMW? Is he going to chase after the Cadillacs and the Porsche, the 5 Porsche immediately?
I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be the best case scenario, is getting a P6 out of today.
Yeah. Or something higher. I don't know. Wow. This is going to be intense. Viewers, what do you have to say about it? Let us know in the comments.
Someone just asked a really good question. Very newbie, deep motorsports coming from F1. How can you explain the 1 second difference between the P1 Porsche and the P6? Well, that's a very good question, as I think the safety car lights just came off, so we're going to have to make this quick. But the main reason is that the P1 and P2 Porsches, those are factory. Those are, think of it as like Mercedes and F1. You got the Mercedes, and then you have the customer teams. That number 5 car from Pinot, that's a customer Porsche. So they have the same kit, but they don't know the kit nearly as well as the factory effort. And that car from the factory effort is just going to be that little bit faster. It's just how it works. So that's one of the main reasons for that, that main pace gap.
And also
yeah,
the 5 as well is also on an older spec chassis, the 2025 spec, versus the new cars, which are on the 2026 spec. But yes, customer cars. So think of it like an F1. Whoa, Cadillac almost going there to the Porsches. But think of it like an F1 with Mercedes factory team versus a customer team like Williams, Alpine, McLaren, whoever's a Mercedes engine supplier. It's even more of a customer base than them, though. It's way more of a customer base.
It's way bigger.
Okay, so enough of that. Let's get away with this restart. Nick, do you want to take it away, or do you want me to take it away?
I got it.
Let's do it.
I got this restart. We still got a little bit of a way to go for the restart. We still got a few corners to go. They still got to go through the S's. But again, this is round 3. This is our 3rd yellow and could quite possibly be our last yellow. Yep. 17 and a half minutes remaining. The question
Here we go.
is... Yeah, here we go indeed. Here's the thing. Nasser has been so good on these restarts. What can Estra do to go after the 7 car? The main goal is for that 7 car to push him back to Jack Aiken. That is 100% his goal. The question is, how well can he achieve it? He's done 2 restarts now. He's probably done 2 different restarts. What's going to be different on the 3rd? We're about to see them go racing as they're coming up to turn 17 with under 17 minutes remaining.
Oh my goodness.
Nasser, Estra, Aiken, Taylor, Delatraz, green flag they go. Over the crest they come, and across the line, they're going to be coming with just under 17 minutes away. It's a great start from Felipe Nasser, and it's a great start from Kevin Estra. No one's really close to each other on this restart, as it's all clean so far in the turn 1. No overtakes so far in the GTP category. I'm curious to see how that restart's going to be in GTD and
Watch
GTD Pro. We'll have to wait and see as we see the Acura trying to go up the inside and making some moves. He's looking racy on this restart. They know that this is a sprint race right to the end, so they got to keep it clean. But Nasser, most importantly, got the restart that he was looking for, and is a half a second in front of Kevin Estra.
Jensen continues to lead in the number 2 United Autosports car, while Pryning continues to lead in GTD Pro. Hand, it continues to lead, surprisingly, for Gradient Racing in the 66 Ford Mustang car. This would be a massive result for the Texan-based squad. So far, a little bit of a change here in position, as the Porsche has been overtaken by the BMW and is going to be overtaken by the Acura too.
Ooh,
here goes
big move.
The 60.
Big move from the 60.
That might have not been the right decision from Pinot, to be honest, to stay out from JDC Miller, but this is huge for Vander Linde, up into P6, and now going to try and challenge those 2 Cadillacs. He might be able to go all the way up into the battle for P3. This would be huge for Sheldon Vander Linde.
What a recovery from the BMWs, and they completely blew us out of the water. We didn't expect them to be this good, but look at them getting some pace as we go into the back end. But look at the gap out in front. Nasser is flying away from Kevin Estra, and with 15 minutes left to go, the 65 going wide as we see some battles. Oh, look it up in front. It's a 3-car battle in GTD. Hand versus Matthew Bell. It's the Canadian outfit, the GT3s going. It's Corvette versus Ford. I think it is, at least. We'll have to wait and see. Come on, producers. The battle's right up there. I want to see it.
Where
As the 66 car going, or there was the 65 car going super wide on that restart. We can't see them, but look at them. I think they're going 3 wide back there.
it looks like
No
it. There's
way.
3 different pairs of headlights.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
my.
my God. Look at all the hell. We can't tell. We have no idea what cars
Uh,
are in here. But that's Gamble in the lead,
Yep.
surviving and getting in front in GTD. So that's important. Look at all these guys here battling. So many cars here battling. That's Hand getting destroyed.
Yep, he's
on
down the order now.
restart,
Board's done.
And down the order he goes. So not pitting. It was a good risk and a good try. So they're going to go 3 wide. I think they're going 3 wide.
They are 3
Down
wide.
into turn 1. What a great battle here from the GTDs. As it's
Where did
2
Folco
and
come
4
from?
cars.
Folco's
The
up into
96, I don't
second.
know.
Didn't
Oh
we?
my goodness. What? I don't know where he came from, but Fuoco, despite getting the penalty,
Right.
is back up into second. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he got a penalty. I thought we were saying like he's done, he's gone, he's out of this contention. Now, Antonio Fuoco is in P3. Whoa, what happened there? That was the incident earlier, I think, with the 033.
Yeah, it was. And
Oh,
that's
wait.
why the Mustang went wide.
No, that's a different incident. That's a
Is it?
second incident. Yeah, the
Whoa,
033.
yeah, you're right. 100%. I couldn't agree with you guys more. This is so interesting. So much chaos here on this final restart.
I told
Up
you,
and down
Sebring's
the order.
incredible.
But most
Vander
Go
Linde,
ahead.
sorry to interrupt. Vander Linde is up into P5. That BMW is flying right now. It's going through the field and it's chasing after those leading Cadillacs.
Oh, you've completely cut out for me. I'm so sorry for the silence.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
really going for that. Van der Linde getting up in the P5. What a great recovery from that 24. Did not expect him. I think I did have the 24 in the top 5, so I'm pretty happy with that. But the main thing is look at that gap out in front. Nasser is just flown away. 3.2 seconds up in front. Oh, man. We thought there might have been a really close battle here right at the end, but it looks like it. With 12 minutes remaining, if it continues the way that it is, the 7 car's going to go back to back.
As of right now, 3.2 seconds or less. The only car that's really like quick right now is Vander Linde in that 24, and the 2 Acuras as well who pit. They took the gamble and it's working out beautifully for them. A lot of other cars should have done the same, to be honest. But the 24 needs to catch up to Ricky Taylor. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get to the 31, let alone the Porsches, of course. Meanwhile, Pryning continues to lead in GTD Pro. It's a Ferrari 2-3 in GTD. Very impressive stuff from them. Fuoco ahead of Costa. So Costa Balboa, of course, in that 34, now in P3. So good news for them, of course. But yeah, 11 minutes and 35 seconds to go of the Mobile One 12 Hours of Sebring. Viewers, stick with us to the end. We're streaming until the end, and it's going to be a chaotic
250
one.
viewers. 250 viewers. This is
Brilliant.
absolutely amazing. And someone's saying it as well in the chat. Let's try to get to 100 likes. We're at 75 now. If you're listening to this, smash that like button. Let's get ourselves to 100 likes before the end of this race, as we have 11 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this race. It's 11:11 time. Make your wish, and hopefully it comes true with some good racing here at Sebring. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. As
Whoa.
we're seeing Ricky Taylor getting past Jack Aiken. That's an interesting switch.
Very interesting. I did not expect that. Where did that come from? So Ricky Taylor in the WTR Cadillac is into third ahead of Jack Aiken. Where are they on track? The 24 is catching up. The 24 is right on the back of the 31, actually. So the 31
Wow.
is under pressure from the 24 entry. This is great news for them. As we see, oh, never mind that. I thought it was a battle for the lead, but nope, that's not. The 21 continues
No,
to be there.
that's a McLaren being slow.
Yeah, at the moment, they are not doing well, that 59 car. 10 minutes to go, viewers, of the Mobile One 12 Hours of Sebring.
Officially 10 minutes.
Oh, this is super intense. I haven't felt this intense at a Sebring event since that 2024 finale that we had with Delatraz and Bourdais. Gotta say, 2025 was cool, but it wasn't as intense as this event or the 2024 and previous ones. So Nazar leads by 3 seconds. Porsche trying to secure this 1-2 with Nazar ahead of Estra, the same position this would be as in 2025. Ricky Taylor trying to make it a first WTR Cadillac podium since, I believe, Watkins Glen, I want to say. Oh, no, sorry. Wow. Indianapolis. Indianapolis would be the last time for the WTR Cadillacs.
Wow. So that would be pretty good for them to get back on the podiums. Great job for them. But the question is, that's a 5.4 second gap up in front. Can they bring it down? I know it's 9 minutes, and it's probably going to be near impossible to try to go for an overtake for the win. But I am intrigued to see what kind of times, as just about everyone, they're doing, all of them are doing low 50s right now. Felipe Nasser, or sorry, mid to high 50s. Felipe Nasser doing a 150.7. Kevin Nasser doing a 150.5. And a 150.3 from Ricky Taylor. So he's a little bit faster than everyone else in front. So maybe he can start to try to chase him down, but we'll have to wait and see. That 10 car needs to start picking up the pace and picking up the pace fast because there's 9 minutes left to go and time's running out for Ricky Taylor.
Time is running out. The gap between first and second is also closed by just a bit. 2.8 seconds now between the two Porsche 963s. Meanwhile, the chat has been able to get us to 94 likes. Let's get us to 100, guys. We're almost there.
Come on, let's get to 100.
So close. So close. I think we'll be able to do this. Also, the viewer count has just gone up. Over 250 viewers now as things stand. So really good news there. Top 5 right now: Porsche, Cadillac, BMW. That is the top 5. United Autosports lead in LMP2. Then comes the 2 Porsches in GTD Pro, the 911 Grello Porsche looking to take win number 1 in IMSA. This would be huge for the Manthey Group. Then Harry Keen's 77 Roxy Porsche, the 2 Corvettes, 3rd and 4th. Wow, great result for them. I hadn't noticed that until just now. Great result for the 2 Corvettes. Meanwhile, Tom Gamble looking to take his and Heart of Racing's first win of 2026. This would be huge for them, especially for Eduardo Barrichello, who put the car on pole position. This would be his first ever win in just his second IMSA appearance, by the way, viewers. So this would be huge. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go of the Mobile 112 hours of Sebring. I know I keep saying it, but hey, this is going to be an intense end. The 7 leads from the 6. Will anything dramatic happen? We've seen dramatic stuff happen in the final 5 minutes of this event, so it's not over until the checkered flag. This gives me, I mean, there's multiple events in the past that have been so close. Think back to 1970, you know, when we had that close battle. 1999 with the BMW versus the Dyson Racing, Riley and Scott entry. So many iconic races here at Sebring, and we're about to add yet another one to the history books. Felipe Nasr looking to go double in a row. He did it 3 in a row at Daytona. Now he's looking to conquer the beautiful Sebring circuit on Florida's, I think this is the end of Florida. I don't know exactly where Sebring is. I think it's either above Daytona or below Daytona. I'm not really sure.
I think it's above.
Is it above?
If you're in Florida and you're in this chat, confirm about our geography.
Yes, we're not good at that part.
Usually I'm okay with it, but not in the exact. I don't remember where Sebring is off the top of my head. I do not.
I'm not very good. I'm good with geography, but not specifically locations for circuits that I've never been to or states that I've never been to. But hold on a second. We had a comment coming in saying that Roxy
Orlando and Tampa. Sebring's below Daytona Beach. Good to know. Good to know.
That's what I thought. I thought it might have been below, but I wasn't entirely sure. Okay, we had a comment coming in saying that Roxy is in first, but I haven't seen the update on the graphic quite yet. If that's the case. The gap is currently 1.6 as things stand with 6 minutes to go. This is getting so intense. Here we go. This is going to be the end of the Mobile 1 event, and IMSA's race is just getting more and more intense. Antonio Fuoco, even though he had that drive-through penalty, is still in second and chasing down Tom Gamble. The gap is now 0.8 of a second between the Aston and the Ferrari. It's still possible for Fuoco, AF Corsa, and Ferrari to take this win. We will see how this goes. This blows my mind that the fact that Fuoco,
believe it either.
Right?
I don't know how the hell he's here, but he's here. This is going to be one of the best drives I've seen in a while from Antonio Fuoco.
Sure.
We know from Europe how good he is in that 499P. He's just having fun here, but he's doing one of the best drives that we've seen in a long time. He was so dominant at the beginning of the stretch, even though he's had some of the issues. Here he is trying to fight for the win with 5 minutes to go. Officially 5 minutes to go in this race. Oh my God.
So intense, so intense. 2.8 seconds is the gap between the two Porsches. Again, viewers, nothing is over until the checkered flag. I won't call anything. The gap between the two LMP2 entries is under a tenth. That's the closest battle we have right now. Tristan Vautier is also 3/10 behind Paul Di Resta. So there's a very, very intense battle going on in the LMP2 category between the top 3 entries. Then there's a huge gap to the 4th placed 04 CrowdStrike entry. Prining seems to have this under control for GTD Pro, giving Grello the win, but we will see how that goes. Foco still 8/10, so the battle really is an LMP2 and GTD. That is what we're watching right now. Meanwhile, GTP and GTD Pro continue to be intense as ever.
I know we have 4 minutes and 11 seconds, but I just got like the top 10 compliments I've ever been given in my life. I've been fireman approved mustache. Let's go. I'm so glad. I want to thank my mom and my dad for the great genes. I want to thank you for everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Acceptance speech.
No, yeah, I need my beautiful speech because my mustache. Listen, guys, I got to trim it. I got to get it more like an army stash than a fireman stash. That's the plan because my dad was an army man. But anyways, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. But wow, 260 people here, and with under 4 minutes of racing, this is a big battle here in GTD. As right on the back of this battle, Thomas Gamble and Antonio Fuoco, oh so close between the two of each other as we come to the last few minutes of this race. Can the 296 do it? That 296 is easily the biggest bopped car out of any of the GT3s. If you go look at it, it is bopped for a very, very heavy reason. Or sorry, heavy reason. I was looking at chat. It's just that fast. We've seen it throughout when it debuted in 2023, how fast that car is. So
despite
it's been bopped really hard, but here it is. Even with the heaviest bop, it's still trying to go for the victory here. Unbelievable stuff from the 296. He's just getting right on the back bumper of the 27 car. He's getting close here. He's getting real close.
We saw such an incredible fight in the GTD class at Daytona between the Windward Mercedes and the Magnus Aston Martin. Now we're seeing a similar fight between the Ferrari of AF Corsa's Antonio Fuoco and the Aston Martin of Heart of Racing's Tom Gamble. Gamble and Fuoco also battle each other in the hypercar class in the prototype ranks of the WEC. Gamble, of course, a part of the Aston Valkyrie crew, and Fuoco, of course, a part of the Ferrari hypercar crew. So this is great news to see that 2 drivers from the top level of endurance racing are coming here to race in the GTD class, the smallest class of IMSA, and this is getting really intense. Whoa, here we go! Fuoco!
Here we go! Antonio Fuoco trying to go up the inside, but there was no move there just yet. It was a good opportunity to try to get there, but nothing yet. It's getting close. There's 2 minutes left on the timer, and guess what? It's a 2-minute lap for these guys. So they will... I think it's either... Oh, this is going to be really close because Nasser just crossed the checkered flag and he crossed it with like 1:49. So that's exactly 1 lap. Yep. So this might be the last lap.
This could be the last lap.
Very well could be. So what is Fuoco going to do? Does he go for the overtake now? He has to. But there's 0.2 of a second. But critically, there's a Mustang in front. What is that Mustang going to do? He's not going to back off here at all.
Come on.
Can the 27 Aston get in front? It's going to be so critical. But I don't know. I have no idea. This is going to be so close, Jonah.
The Heart of Racing trying to get this win. AF Corsa trying to get a win as well. They were so strong at Sebring, but got robbed of it last year. Got pole, then weren't able to do it. The Heart of Racing now on pole. These are the last 2 pole sitters. Then there's the overall leader, the number 7 Porsche of Felipe Nasr. Hopefully this doesn't affect anything. Also, while we're watching this battle, great to see so many people here. Over 280 viewers, almost 300 viewers live with us right now. Over 100 likes as well. We did reach that milestone. Thank you so much. So over 280 viewers. This is absolutely incredible. Make sure to subscribe, guys. We're putting out content like every single week, more than every single week. I've been doing it every single day right now. This battle, though, is coming down to the wire. I think we might get another lap, but we will see. Unless Nasr can come to the line, we will see how this goes. 22 seconds left.
20. This is going to be close. This might be the race here.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is hard. 13, 12, 11, 10. Is he going to slow it down? 7, 6, 5, 4. No, he's going to do 1 lap.
White flag. Nope.
White flag has come out. One last chance for Antonio Fuoco to try to go after it. But guess what? The LMP2s are also close. There's under a second as well, so we'll have to look at that. But Felipe Nasser up in front. One more lap to go, but one more lap as well for the GTDs, Tom Gamble and Antonio Fuoco. There's a big gap, though, between these two. So it's looking like there's enough of a cushion for the 27 to maybe hold on here. We'll have to wait and see.
This is Fuoco's last chance for this brilliant result. If AF Corsa can do it, but right now the heart of racing seem to have it. Meanwhile, in GTB, Tom Blomqvist has gotten ahead of the Cadillacs and the BMW to move Acura into P5. Great news for the Acura crew on what was turning out to be a difficult race has now turned into a brilliant race for the 60 car specifically, as actually the Blomqvist is now trying to go on Aiken for fourth. Yeah,
Aiken and Blomqvist battling. I was just about to say. I was like,
Blomqvist
what am I looking
is flying
at right now? I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
so that's a great little battle here for the last, for not the last podium position. Oh, look at him!
Oh, there goes Fuoco! Fuoco around the outside! Fuoco takes it on the final lap! Fuoco in the Ferrari! He had to drive through! Now he takes it around the outside of the 27 Aston Martin! Antonio Fuoco as they come to the final couple of corners. Here comes the BMW. God. There's nothing that Tom Gamble can do. What a final lap for Antonio Fuoco. I said this was his last chance, but he did it. Meanwhile, Felipe Nasser in the number 7 Porsche Penske Motorsport 963. He won at Daytona. He's gonna win here in Sebring. He won last time out in 2025 in Sebring, and on Porsche is celebrating 30 years of Mobil 1. Felipe Nasser and Porsche Penske Motorsport win the Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring in 2026. Brilliant results. It is a Porsche 1-2. Nasser ahead of Estra. Then it's Ricky Taylor in the number 10 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac. In GTD, AF Corsa have done it on the final lap. What a result for them. And Antonio Fuoco, who did everything after that drive-through penalty, set him back. Then in the LMP2 category, the number 2 United Autosports car, the 22 had so much pace in this IMSA season, but finally the 2 has done it for United. And over in GTD Pro, one final celebration. I'm losing my voice, but I don't care because we have an incredible finish to this event. Manti Racing, Grello on their return to Sebring, the Grello's first ever appearance at Sebring. It's going to be a Porsche 1-2 in the GTD Pro category with King right behind, but it is Thomas Prining, that brings the 911 Porsche across the line. Grello wins at Sebring in the GTD Pro category, and it is celebrations all around in the Porsche camp for the overall win. And in GTD Pro, Jensen wins in LMP2, and Fuoco claims the victory on the final lap for Ferrari in GTD.
Wow. Hey, at least we got, hey, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I don't know. That's not a have you ever, no, I've never moment, but I've seen that a couple of times, and that's pretty good. What a finish for Ferrari. This is, I think someone mentioned, this is their first Sebring win since 2010.
Yep, I think that's true.
Wow. 16 years, and it's been a long wait, and a deserving one. Fuoco. Honestly, I think Nasser is driver of the day, but if I were to give someone else as like a possible driver of the day, I would give it to Antonio Fuoco. What an unbelievable drive from those two. An amazing job. We're looking at the replay now, and he gets loose. He choked it. He completely choked it.
Gamble's going to be heartbroken.
Oh, that's unbelievable. He's going to be kicking himself for that for the rest of his life. Oh, my God. That is unbelievable. Oh, that's such a shame for the 27 car. Because I was like, oh, no, I couldn't believe what had just happened. But wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Porsche win their
racing.
Me too. I mean, this is what we live for. I woke up at 1 a.m. this morning, or sorry, I went to sleep at 1 a.m. this morning. Then I woke up at 4 to put on these live shows. I'm working constantly all day, and it's all worth it. I am so happy I did it because this is why we love Sebring. It is absolutely phenomenal, and I was I'm so pleased to have you alongside me, Nick, and all of you watching as well. Porsche win their 20th overall victory at Sebring, a major milestone victory with a 1-2 to celebrate 30 years of Mobil 1 with that retro 1996 911 GT1 livery on that Porsche as well. Very phenomenal stuff. The winners of the 12 hours of Sebring overall in car 7 is Felipe Nasr, Julian Anlauer, and Lauren Heinrich. What a start to the season for Porsche Penske Motorsport. They did it in 2025 and they did it again in 2026. The question is, can they continue this form heading into the next round at Long Beach? We will see. But what a race. And also,
I don't see why not. I really don't see why not.
Yeah. I mean, it's so
Looking
incredible.
so dominant. So dominant. I just put my Instagram in the comment section of this video. If you guys are looking to see any more content and some highlights from these watch parties, I've already posted 2 videos from day 1 or from the first half of the stream. I will try to get another video down either tonight or I'll post it tomorrow morning. I'll see. It's a little late, but yeah, it's 7:15 right now. It might be a little too late to get a reel out, but if I hurry, I might be able to get one done, but probably tomorrow. But wow, I can't believe it. What an amazing race from everyone. I'm so glad to be here and so blessed to be here with you, Jonah, doing this. It's an absolute privilege, and I couldn't be more happy to be doing it with you. So I want to say thank you so much again for being my partner in crime. And yeah, this is awesome. Man. Wow. What a day. What a day. 12 hours of Sebring.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
And you know, I mean, this is a phenomenal event, and it continues to be every single year. We will see this event back in 2027 for the 75th running of it as well. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have Sebring back. This is why everyone loves the 12 hours of Sebring, is for events just like this. And yet another one is added to the history books. Well done to everybody. So many storylines to break down here. To be honest, tonight I'll be working on my race recap as well as all the details that you need to know about this event. The biggest storyline, Porsche Penske Motorsport win again at Sebring after a dominant performance from the 2 963s. The other one is that Foco took the lead from Gamble on the final lap to deliver Ferrari their first win since what we're hearing is 2010, which I believe is correct. Wow. And of course, when we think of Ferrari winning at Sebring, goes back to that final lap showdown in the GT2 class with that crazy finish in 2007. Everyone remembers that one, and I think we just got a part 2 back in 2026 with AF Corsa's Antonio Foco. Nick, do you have any final thoughts before we conclude?
Honestly, no. I think I've said everything I needed to say. I love racing. I love Sebring. This was such an amazing day. I couldn't be more happy to be doing it with you again, Jonah. Thank you so much.
Completely agree. And viewers, it's not possible without you guys, of course, so thank you so much for all your support. Make sure to subscribe. I'm not saying that just because I'm a YouTuber. I'm saying that legitimately. If I were an endurance racing fan, just as an endurance fan, I would want to subscribe to this channel because we are putting out so much content on all the endurance that you can really think of, all the biggest events. But you're probably wondering, what's next? Well, the next event is going to be the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach on April 18th. That's going to be a ways away, but it's the next event. We're heading to a sprint race featuring the GTP and GTD cars. On that same weekend, we have the 6 hours of Imola. The WEC season opener is going to kick off in Italy. It's going to be phenomenal. But from Nick and myself, we're going to sign off for now. Thank you all so much for watching this watch party of the final hours of the 12 hours of Sebring. Thank you all. Have a great week, and we will see you all in Long Beach.
Bye, guys.